Whoa.
This is adorable.
Jodi, I can't even tell you.
Good morning.
Hello.
We faked you out a minute ago and went live.
Jodi's like, oh my gosh, she's way ahead of herself.
1 minute early.
It is morning. I know. This is crazy town. Christmas is less than a week away. I'm so ready. I'm all done. I'm putting my feet up.
Your nose
That's
is growing.
a big fat lie.
I've got a couple of really fun things to show today.
Good. I have some things. I actually have some knitting. I have knitting to share. We should introduce ourselves. We don't do this very well.
Good morning.
I'm Tracie.
I'm Jodi.
And we are sisters. We're not a couple. We did get that question last week, and I thought it was really lovely
Sisters
and funny.
from another mister.
We are actual sisters from the same mister. We're not going to start rumors now. And we are Canadians. We're in Alberta, where it's freaking freezing.
Okay. But, I mean, we as Canadians, this isn't shocking. We know how to dress for this weather, but it's cold.
And it is cold, but I'm not out there freezing when I go out. I'm a knitter. I got wool everywhere.
Yeah. How Canadian is Shane? Jeans and a buffalo plaid shirt.
There he goes.
Flannel.
There he goes with his blower to blow off the sidewalk.
We have had...
You guys always have the cleanest sidewalk ever.
Well, we have to with Candy Cane Lane. They track it, so he's out there every morning.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Cursing.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So yes, what were you going to say about the weather? I said how it was a snowstorm yesterday.
We know how to dress. I mean, it is a little bit like we went out yesterday doing errands because when you're in Alberta, you have cars that can get through it most of the time.
Yeah.
And that I always think if the weather's that bad, people are going to stay in. It's going to be less busy. I got errands done yesterday.
Didn't you find yesterday? Yeah. I was down on the freeway and it was like empty.
Yes.
Because the roads were terrible.
We got 15 centimeters of rain.
You know, and I'm not even really a car person, but I just want a car that's going to get me around 12 months of the year. Like something that's got all-wheel drive. That's why I have a little Jeep. And that's because I'm not usually going to stay home when the weather's like this.
No.
I've always driven in it. But can you imagine somebody that moves here and has never driven in snow? Like, that's a giant learning curve.
That's so funny.
So you just go slow. It's all good. And
I'm gonna go take a photo of our backyard so they can see how much snow
we got a giant dump of snow yesterday. It snowed all day. Like we woke up and it was snowing. It snowed overnight, so you wake up to like inches of snow, and it was like a 2 or 3 shovel day. And my husband went out to snowblow last night when he got home from work, and that took like almost an hour, right, with a snowblower doing the work. Anyway, hello, baby. Jodi's pets are running around. It's so cute. She's got 2 amazing dogs and 3 crazy cats, but it's a fun house. It is a fun house. I hope everybody else is doing well out there today. I see lots of people. Good morning, Star. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Amanda said she wishes she got snow like that. You know what? I don't hate it. I'm going to be honest. I don't hate the snow. I love living somewhere with 4 seasons. Our winter's just a tad long.
You can see it's already like 1.5 feet of snow. Or more.
Yeah, it was a lot yesterday. But here's the deal.
It's good.
In true Alberta fashion, it's going to be 0 for Christmas Day. Like, the weather's going to drastically change in the next week.
It's going to, we felt like minus 30 plus yesterday.
Yeah, it was cold. But I was ready for it.
And then Monday, it's supposed to be 3 degrees.
I know, it's insane. So it's actually the worst when it hangs around 0, when it kind of like melts during the day and freezes at night, and then everything's covered in ice.
Good morning, Alex.
Yes, we are a weather podcast. Welcome.
Alex is ending the day. Where is she from, I wonder?
Alex is in the UK.
Oh, Alex.
Hello, Alex.
Good morning, Karen and Emily.
You guys, I feel tired today.
Do you?
How about this weird thing? Ugh. Last night, so you wash the dishes after dinner, and there was a pot draining by the sink, and at 4 a.m, it fell in my sink, and it was a giant clanging noise. But I've never, in all my years, had that happen.
What do you mean fell? Where was it?
Sitting beside, I don't know the way it must have been. I don't know how it was tilted.
A ghost?
Scared the shit out of me. I'll be quite honest. So I was wide awake at 4 this morning. And then just kind of dozed a little bit after 5:30 because I was awake. Yeah.
I have to say, last night, you guys, was the first night I slept well in a few.
Yeah?
For whatever reason, I don't know.
Well,
it's
maybe
always
because you're
this time of year.
recovering from a new hip. Okay, it is 9:30 in the morning here in Alberta, so it's time to break out Christmas chocolates. We just finished our 13 days of giveaways on Instagram, and 2 of our winners were very local.
Right.
And Jane came to pick hers up at the house the other day and brought us a treat.
Look at Maddie and her Christmas jammies.
Little does Jane know, this is like, yay, thank you, Jane. Thank you.
Yes, I'll have a chocolate at
Thank
9:30 in the
you.
morning. It's chocolate o'clock.
And you're wearing Christmas jammies again
you guys,
this week?
I am wearing Christmas jammies.
Oh
I went to our favorite Cloud9 pajamas. We've talked about it before, owned by 3 lovely sisters.
Yeah.
One of the sisters, Miranda, lives down the street.
I know, isn't that crazy?
So
These are adorable.
This is one of the new prints this year.
PJ Salvage.
Yep, PJ Salvage flannel, flamingos, playing Christmas sports.
Flamingos, one of them, they've got lights on, they're carrying presents.
It says, let's jingle and flamingle.
Aww.
So this doesn't have to be folded, but look how fun it's always coordinating.
I love it. I love them. Oh,
Yeah.
what am I wearing? I'm wearing my Grinch sweatshirt Target.
Show the back.
When we were in Seattle. Of course we hit Target.
Right here, look. It goes all the way around. It's
It is
so cute.
so adorable. I couldn't resist. It also came, there was a lavender color version, but it was slightly different motif.
Yeah.
And George, I bought one for Georgia, and she's been wearing the crap out of it.
Has
I haven't
she?
worn mine yet. And I'm also wearing my Party Line scarf, which is a pattern by Kaci Apple, and I knit it in Big Apple, Frankie Gray Fibres.
Yeah, it's good.
And
Just a little bit of
it's
pattern.
just the best, I think, holiday red. But I think it's just one of my favorite colors. So
How is everybody out there? Do you guys feel ready? If you're celebrating either Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa or anything, are you ready for the holidays to start?
I feel like that's a pressure question. If you are, I think that's great. And if you're not, don't panic.
Get your shit together.
No, don't panic. I'm in the latter part of that. I'm not ready.
Oh, no.
But it's also, I'm totally fine with it. I'm to the point where it's like, in my mind, I've got increments of like, today I'm going to get this, and tomorrow I'm going to go to this place with someone, and
Yeah.
Saturday I'm going to wrap, and then I think I'll be done. I honestly think I'm going to be done days before Christmas.
Maddie, come here.
And, oh, frig, I forgot that. You are so good, Jodi. I completely forgot. And you know what? I think it's really normal to not be ready. It really is more important to just,
Can I have a knife, please, Mads?
I don't know, relax, right?
No, I want a knife, please. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're ready, great. Are you also a carry-on travel
If
person?
not, hurry up. This year, out of all, I'm not very organized. But you know what Jordan said to me yesterday? Because it was it runs around in my head. Thanks, babe.
What did she say? You're the worst mother ever? Besides that.
It runs around in my head, and then I get stressed.
Yeah.
Like it's like so many things. She said, make a list.
Yes.
And even if you don't start the list, but just get it on paper, you guys, you don't know how much better I feel.
I know, Jodi. I completely agree. And that really, I guess maybe I'm just a really visual person. I'll even make a list of like in boxes. Like I've got these things for these people, and it's not a lot. I just like to feel like I've got all my boxes checked.
Yes.
And we don't have little kids wishing for Santa's special things. If I don't get some things, nobody's going to know.
Right. Santa doesn't come to our house anymore because our kids are grown.
Santa lives at our house, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah. So it's, and I'm just like, it is what it's going to get.
Good morning, Mom.
Whatever gets done. Good morning, Mom.
I really am more of the like, you know what? I'm just looking forward to seeing our family, having a lovely meal together. And
our Christmas meal is next level.
it's so good.
Yeah. Next level.
I'm sure everybody feels that way about their meal. If I had to go to another person's house for a holiday meal, where would you want to go?
Like out of our family?
No, just in general. If you wanted to experience another way of celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever.
I grew up, I was lucky enough, my best friend was Jewish, so I was lucky enough to be privy to a lot of the cuisine and the holidays and the celebrations. And so I've done all of that. I would love Kwanzaa.
Okay.
I would love to try all the food. I'm not all that familiar with all of the cuisine and the food. I would like to try another holiday that I haven't experienced. So
Yeah.
Kwanzaa comes to mind.
I love that too. That would
Yeah.
be really cool. I would also love to go to someone that's Italian for their Christmas Eve feast. Like, it's very different.
Where it's like,
I just like it's all
Dish after
fish and
dish.
pasta and whatever. We do a heavy like Ukrainian leaning dinner, like all the carbs, all the yummy carbs.
I make, and it's famous. I should.
It is famous,
Oh,
Jodi. It is famous.
I said I should write this down because I said I was going to do my apple crisp. But
We can do that anytime.
I'll write it down and we can send it out in an email even.
Okay.
God, I got to write this stuff down.
Yeah, you should.
But I do make this mushroom gravy that started with my Ukrainian baba,
Yeah.
my dad's mom. And it would be like canned mushrooms and cream and sauteed onions. And it would just be so, and
It's-
like beef oxo for flavoring. I'm making it this year.
You make it every year now.
It's funny, we go to my mom's on the 24th and we would all do jobs. Like we would get the potatoes ready and the tables and the buffet and some of the dishes. For some reason, I always did the mushroom gravy and I love it. So,
I love it too. It's just the richest
it's
cream sauce,
so
like you said. Like, it's got this beef for the depth of flavor and heavy whipping cream and
canned mushrooms.
salt, and then it is just like the most yummy gravy. Like, we have regular turkey gravy and we have this. So yeah, we're into carbs and heavy sauces.
That's so funny.
Turkey, ham, you name it.
This year, I love, my favorite part is having the meal together, and then it's like the before and after, the sitting and visiting. We laugh a lot. Going to the Tashchuk household on
it's so
holidays or even Sunday dinners when my parents are home, it's busy. It's crazy.
It is.
It's not quiet.
And it seems normal, but I feel like it's just its own thing. It's
Yeah.
loud, it's
Yeah.
crazy, but it's amazing too,
Yeah,
right?
it's fun. So,
Anyway,
I love that. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, do you want to open one of my, I saved 2 more days.
yes, I totally do, Jodi.
So this is my Ocean's Loop.
Ocean Loop Studio. Our friend Lolly's in Calgary. She is amazing. Now that I see all these cute little pieces of silk
guys.
ribbon. What's that?
It's like a little teardrop crystal and it has gold sparkle.
Oh, I love that.
That's today's date, you guys. This is the 19th.
Okay, this is yesterday,
Yeah.
the 18th.
Yeah. I want to shout out.
Ooh, I love
What
it.
does it look like? Oh, it's beautiful.
It's
that green.
kind of like pearly.
It is a pearl. I think it's a pearl.
Flat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
I want to shout out today to Izzy, Maddie's best friend Izzy. It's her 18th birthday.
Wow.
Yep. She doesn't watch the podcast.
I was gonna say that's really, really cool. I mean, do they like having their birthday close to the?
But probably
Who
not.
knows,
Who
right?
does? Who likes to have their birthday?
But it's always exciting to have your birthday.
Look at this, you guys. This is what's happening for, and
That's
I'm not
your
even.
whole month?
I'm not even done.
What do you? Oh, that color palette is incredible.
Right? Look
Yeah.
at this green crystal.
Gorgeous.
So romantic. And then this is going to end up being a bag charm after,
Oh yeah.
right? And
Yes.
then these will go in my stash.
I love the little ring to hold them on,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to do with that. I wanted to share something before I forget, because it may or may not happen. Our friend Jolynn, who is the Little Red Mitten Yarn Shop
Yeah.
and Leo and Roxy yarn company, she has a fundraiser going right now. I'll show you her adorable puppy, Bella. This is Bella. Come on. Are you kidding me? I feel like Bella could be in the movies. She reminds me of Benji. Remember all those Benji
Totally.
movies?
I totally remember that.
So poor Bella tore her ACL tendon. And you know what it's like to have crazy vet bills. So Jolynn is doing a Bella sock set that you can pre-order. And it's inspired by this picture. So there's bright colors on her harness. And she's this gorgeous mixes of, cream and grays and stuff. I already have my order in. And everybody, I believe, that pre-orders this sock set is also entered for prizes. So Grocery Girls has a gift card to our shop in there. There's other prizes. But, if you are a soft-hearted animal lover and you would like to help out with that. That's happening.
I was actually just on our
That's
website
happening right now.
looking to see.
It should be right on the homepage when I saw it yesterday. Oh, it's on. Yeah, it was down a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, so just scroll a little bit down. Is it a mystery?
You don't see the yarn yet. It hasn't been dyed, but it is a main skein of fingering weight sock yarn and 80/20 sock yarn with 2 minis.
Oh,
so
our
you get
favorite
100.
base.
You get 140 grams of yarn, which doesn't have to be socks. You can make the cutest
I'm gonna order
shawls.
that too.
Yeah.
Any way we can help you guys.
I love
when someone's
Jolyn.
in need,
I
right?
love Jolyn.
She's an amazing person.
She totally is. And of course, you want to help spread the word. So if you guys are looking for another way to treat yourself, / help a dog,
That's like
/ help a great yarn
that's
folk.
charity. Let's give a few dollars to our favorite.
Anyway,
one of our favorite dyers.
I've been there. I know what it's like to have giant fat bells. It's scary. I can't even. I forgot about the Cruffin.
Well, you put Cruffin in my head, and it's been in there,
It's
and
life changing.
so I this morning went. These are baked.
You did?
These are baked less than 2.5 hours ago.
Okay. I hope everybody's looking forward to us stuffing our faces today.
I
because-
went to Brio Bakery in the West End. Jordan and I listen. I had to get a driver because I can't drive yet. So we went to get Cruffins and we went to get coffee at 8 a.m. this morning.
Jodi, I was still in bed. I'm not kidding. Scrolling the internet, doing nothing.
I was this close to saying let's not, but we did it.
Oh, I'm so glad you did.
So this one is their cinnamon sugar, and then they always have 3 flavors. So today, I think they have lemon most of the time. There was a pistachio one, and then there was an eggnog one.
Ooh. How do we feel about eggnog?
I like a little bit milked down, like half eggnog, half milk.
I actually haven't had it for years. It's so rich, right? And creamy. I like maybe 3 gulps of eggnog.
So this is a giant croissant jammed in a muffin tin and baked and then rolled in cinnamon sugar. Yeah. This is the same thing. I believe it's just plain sugar, but it's filled with a lemon curd.
Oh, geez, Louise.
So I'm going to cut it.
Otherwise known as like heaven on a plate. I'm sure you guys have a local bakery that does something like this. But eggnog, yeah, I don't know about eggnog. I know it's a big deal. I just feel like, I don't know.
It's totally
Oh,
filled.
good gracious, holy moly. Jodi!
Okay, I'm going to cut it a little bit so we can just jam it in our mouth.
So when I bought them too, I bought 1 plain and 1 lemon.
Uh-huh.
And it was 3 of us ate them, and it was a lot. Like, these are rich and sugary and buttery. That's why they're so freaking delicious. Have you had this kind before? This lemon? Oh my God.
The lemon is creamy. It's a bit tart, like you like.
But not, there's that, like, suck your cheeks in lemon. This is, like, creamier, but still super lemony. Oh my God. Uh-huh.
You guys, I'm sorry if you're not in Edmonton
Wow.
that you can't get Brio bakery items.
Goodness. Oh my gosh.
This was a bakery founded by
It's just so funny.
a woman and her husband. We went to school with her, and they're such good people.
I have to get us a napkin.
Right
or
here,
something.
Trish.
Okay.
And then ended up selling the bakery, but the products are still 10 out of 10.
Ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. There is nothing like fresh baked to me. And I don't have a giant sweet tooth, but something like this, like croissant. Yes, every time.
What do you think about the lemon?
I love lemon.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of lemon, we went to a drag show the other night.
I saw you were there. I'm so
Jodi!
fucking mad at you. I can't even tell you.
What?
I would have gone.
Actually, when we on the way home, Georgia said, Auntie would have loved that.
Thank you.
So for my daughter Georgia's birthday, she got some tickets to things. And
That's the best, isn't it?
she loves
Experiences?
it. She loves it. Because she's a little bit tough to buy for, but this is truly what she would choose. And one of the things she got was tickets to the Drag Queen Christmas show.
Yes, you did.
We've never been to like a live drag show. This is the only one night only in Edmonton. And it was like big deal drag queens from Canada's Drag Race, from RuPaul's Drag, like
Really?
Trinity the Tuck,
No.
Shea Coulee.
Are you serious?
And when you said lemon, like lemon, the the drag queen was there. Plasma.
I'm getting madder and madder.
Oh, I cannot even. There was a Grinch number. Shea Coulee. I in the middle of this show, I just realized I was constantly smiling like the whole night. My face, I was smiling the whole time. And it was hosted by Brooklyn Heights. I didn't know of her. I can't even, how cool and awesome. And she would come out in the audience every once in a while and like interview people. It was a little bit interactive. It was like going to a variety show.
Where was it?
At the Jubilee Auditorium. And it was sold out.
Yes, it probably was.
And you should have seen the crowd. Like it was.
Tell me about the crowd.
Jodi was so good. No, it was such a great show. Like there were so many. There was not a sequin left unturned in Edmonton. They were all at Jubilee Auditorium.
Can you imagine the carpet on the Jube when everyone left?
It was just a fun. Listen, the next time they come, we're getting 10 tickets.
Mom would have loved it.
And that's what Georgia said.
Mm-hmm. That's so much.
It was phenomenal. It was just the best night. So
is it
that like we've gone to A Christmas Carol and other Christmas things? This is by far the most, and it was a Christmas theme. It was Christmas songs, but of course twisted like a drag queen. And there was like total shade. Oh my God. We laughed our asses off and we were super entertained. It was amazing. That
sounds amazing. Mm-hmm. Oh, good. I'm so glad it was that great. And then it was sold out.
It was sold out.
Is it bad to want like 2 gay best friends?
Why would that be bad?
No, I'm just like, wouldn't like we could brunch and like knit and talk shit about everybody else.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's not so different than our life right now.
I'm going to put out an ad in Kijiji.
Oh.
Looking for.
It was great. It was super great.
Okay.
And it's totally us. So the next time, if we're lucky enough for them to come back, I mean, we've got a great drag club here. They all kept saying, I've performed here. Yeah. We just have to keep an eye out for that. What's coming. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it was awesome. Mm-hmm. Hello. Okay, that bite of croissant.
I have more if you want.
I'm just, well, yeah. If I wasn't live on the internet, I'd eat the whole thing.
Oh, no, I'm still eating, Tracy. This is called a mukbang. There's a word for it where you do the podcast and eat.
Oh, my God.
Whoa, but look what I bought.
And also, you guys, get out your pen and papers. This is not a show notes episode.
There'll be no show notes.
There won't be. It really wasn't planned to be like that. You will see a pattern here or there, but it's just not. We're just not doing show notes. So it's fair warning. Go get yourself a little sticky pad and a pen. Cheers.
So I'm surprised it didn't come together. I forgot to order this. You guys, this is the same brand, Caydo. I believe it's Caydo.com, but it's an icord maker.
What brand is that?
Caydo. That's the same one as last
week.
Oh,
yeah.
With the...
Have you tried it? And was it fussy at all? Because I've seen ones that you can crank, and everybody says they were expensive and didn't work great.
I think this was about $50 or $60 if memory serves. The price point wasn't gouging. Here's what I'll say. I use DK.
And it's electric?
Yep.
Like you load it up and it just goes?
You guys.
You turn it on and it just starts going?
Yes. So you thread it through here and then you thread it all the way down, right?
Yeah.
And it rests in this little notch. I turned it on and it started making it.
Okay, that's good to know.
There's 2 weights you have to put on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
The only thing I will say is like the other one, it doesn't have a lot of power. So if the yarn at all was not like totally free from the ball, it would kind of lag. It made a pretty darn universal.
It looks good.
It looks good all over. It's just not hugely powerful. Does it work? Yes. Was it fun? Yes. It's just not.
Is it perfect? No.
It needs more power.
Okay. How about, you know what I imagine?
But fun.
Loading up a giant skein of yarn, turning it on, leaving the house and doing something, coming back with a giant pile of icord. Wouldn't that be amazing?
And the reason also you couldn't step away from it is, no, you could maybe step. You really need to be, just like the ball winder.
I think you have to babysit this stuff.
But it wasn't, I did have to, the part where it started, it was a little bit loose. So I did pick it out until it got to the part where the tension was better. But you guys, it was fun.
Jodi, that's super fun.
It calls for between sport DK worsted. You could probably get away with an Aran.
Oh, really?
You're confined to the size of the little hooks. The little hooks, right?
Yeah.
DK worked amazing. I would imagine it'll be a little bit tighter even if it was worsted, but I thought it was fun.
It is super fun, Jodi. I love a gadget.
Yeah.
I love a gadget.
So
That's really cute.
I'll never use it again, so we'll probably throw it in the giveaways. I just think these are fun. Like,
They
I
are
bought
fun.
it so you don't have to, right? So I'm reviewing it, and then you guys can decide if you
That's
like it or not.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Jodi, I love it. I did not try anything new this. You know what I did try? Okay.
What?
Okay.
I'm going to get out my knitting.
Let me. Okay, this is so funny. We highlighted some bulky knit patterns last week
We
for
did.
The panic knitters that like realize, OMG, the holidays are around the corner. I wanted to make some stuff. Here's some patterns. And then I've been watching Jen Geigley's Vlogmas. And I think I see Jen here this morning. So hi, Jen. Jen, she's an amazing designer. Anyway, you should check her out. But she had something that she was working on called a half-hour hat. Jen's half-hour hat. And the yarn she used was Wool in the Gang, Crazy Sexy Wool, which is this single ply, super bulky, 100% wool. It is, I just happen to have this. This is gorgeous.
Is that what she knitters
This is what
in?
she knitters in. And then she said this is her favorite one to knit it in. But listen, there's super bulky yarn at Michael's. I think you could use knit collage yarn. I think you could use lots of different super bulky.
So is that Rasta too?
Yes, you could use
Okay.
Malabrigo Rasta.
Because
You could
this is
hold
beautiful.
a few different worsted weights together and do a scrappy, like make your own yarn.
Boy, that's a beauty.
Jodi, my husband went out to snowblow last night and I didn't even have the yarn upstairs. I had to go looking for it, put it on.
So is it half an hour? No.
No, I'm not as fast as Jen. I'm not a half hour, but it did not take me an hour.
There's no way she did it in half an hour.
Well, whatever. I just also love the name, Jen's half-hour hat. It is so, you know what I love about yarn that's that fat? We were sort of talking about the simplicity of the stitches and how they just, like even a plain knit or a purl just looks so juicy and plump and
This
pretty.
is so fun. Talk about last minute gift knitting.
Totally.
Jen, this is the cutest pattern.
So now this pattern is a PDF for free on Ravelry, and you can go get it. You can knit it
She's
for
so
whoever
cute.
you want.
Listen, if she's doing this in 30 minutes, she is fast.
She's awesome. Also, I did modify mine a little bit. You'll see my ribbing is a little bit less. Do whatever you want. She tells you how many rounds of ribbing and plain knitting before you get to the decreases. So whatever I did not do in the ribbing, I just added it to the stockinette section. So for me, it really is only 3 less rounds of ribbing for me. So I added them into the stockinette section. This is a beautiful hat. It is crazy fast. If you use this yarn, this Crazy Sexy Wool, and knit to pattern, this hat only takes 100 grams of yarn and the balls are 200.
That's
you can get
amazing
two
to me.
hats out of a ball of yarn in an evening. If you had 2 different colors, I'm already thinking stripes.
Like just one and one.
Yes, micro stripes, chunky stripes,
love
color blocking.
that.
Like, listen, we all have yarn at home that we could hold together to make this gauge. The gauge is 5 stitches equals 2 inches. So 10 stitches equals 4 inches or 10 centimeters. So 5 stitches is 2. So I can't even. It was a 10 millimeter needle or US 15.
That's to me is absolutely a crazy fun knit.
Yeah.
To
And
be able to.
you can add stitches if you want to make it bigger. Just keep in mind that if you're going to make it bigger, that's taking more yarn.
Yes.
You're not really going to
Yes.
you're going to get
Yeah.
maybe a bigger hat and a smaller hat.
So
out of
how
one
much
ball.
leftover did you have?
That's it. That's leftover.
Oh, this is leftover. Oh, so
This-
there's lots on here.
Yes, 200 grams.
Oh, okay. I
It's a
wasn't paying
super
attention.
fun knit. I think I knit it for myself because I didn't really have any gifts for people, but if anybody wants one, I would knit them in a second. It is not, you are way under a movie to finish this hat.
I can't even tell you how fun that is.
It's really cute. I was actually going to do it here. If you watch one of Jen's Vlogmases. She knit it there, like on the Vlogmas as she was chatting.
Oh my God, that's
That gave me the idea where I was like, oh my gosh, I think I have this yarn.
Well, congratulations, because
color's
you knit
amazing.
a hat in record time.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hi,
hi Gigi from Vegas.
Gigi lives in Vegas, you guys. Fun.
Fun, Vegas.
Talk about being able to go to shows.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We would be at Cirque du Soleil regularly if Georgia lived in Vegas.
Where's the bird, this sign here?
It's usually in here.
I know, I don't see it. Did they take
You know,
it
I've
off?
actually never used that. I think they might have taken it off.
They've taken it off. Listen, I've come to realize, and we've talked about this before, that I just feel like
That's it right there.
I want experiences. No, that's this.
Oh, okay.
I want experiences rather than gifts.
Okay.
More so. I mean,
I love that too.
of course you love gifts.
Yes.
Of course you love gifts. But being
lot.
able to do
No.
shows, lots. So don't take anything back that you bought.
Okay, so I'm adding it to my list. I'm taking everything back that I got for Jodi.
But like the older you get, it's like, I just want time with my loved ones.
Yeah.
And I want time with my friends. And I want experiences. And
You know what I think would be a super fun present? Signing you and a friend up for pottery class. Yes. Or a watercolor class. Or whatever.
stained glass. There's a stained glass
Something like
studio
that.
in
Like,
Leduc.
I think, to me, that's an amazing gift.
Yes. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm taking that idea. Tracie, how many stitches did you cast on?
The pattern is free, so I can tell you it is 32 stitches. And you know what? I didn't change
32 stitches.
I didn't even change the needle size. So the ribbing and the body were both done on 10 millimeter. If you wanted kind of a little bit more room, you could go up to a 12 millimeter needle without changing your stitch count.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, check out the decrease
Beautiful.
section.
Boy, and this like soft blush pink.
It's
is
a beautiful wool though. Like there's a ton of wool on this ball of yarn. Like it's a very thick, it's Peruvian wool.
Well, when you're on things like the Rasta, when it's 100 grams, sometimes you don't squeak out a hat, depending on the pattern.
I think you could with this though. If it really was 100 grams, right?
I wonder, did you weigh this?
No. But, you know, the next time I see Rasta, I'm grabbing some.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's free pattern. So thank you, Jen. I feel like this
Fun
is a little
pattern.
gift for all of us. Look at the groovy decreases. Of course, we all want to see the nice way it looks. So if you wanted to add more stitches, add multiples of 4, I think. With the way the
I
decreases
love
work.
that.
Yeah.
I'm just finding the pattern of this next sweater.
Okay.
That,
Great. Anyway, super fun. And I just thought last night, I'm going to go see if I have that yarn. And I did.
Okay, you guys, right before, I didn't expect to have this. Right before, I think it was like the day the strike got announced, the day they stopped delivering mail is the day this would have been delivered. Because this is a sample. This is something we are going to be kitting after the holidays, but I couldn't not share, you guys.
Okay, this caught my eye the second I came in the room, Jodi.
This is
So
called
beautiful.
the High Tide Shell. And I'm going to go into Ravelry in just a second, bring up the pattern. But it's a slip stitch motif
Oh my
with
gosh.
a kind of a bit of a higher low hem. And it is, I tried it on. It's spectacular.
Oh my God, I want to make
Sample
one.
knitter Michelle, our friend Michelle, knit it for Frankie Gray Fibres. She used, I think she used On the Vine and Hottest Pink. And then the main color was Stone. But, you guys, it's so good.
It's amazing, Jodi.
Should I try it on?
Yes.
Just a second. The shape, I'm going to pull up
It's
the
by
pattern.
Lindsey Fowler.
Is that who it's from?
That's what Star just said.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lindsey
okay.
Fowler.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
I don't think I would wear it like this, you guys.
But you could.
But
look
I
at
could.
look how nice the armhole is.
It's got a tiny bit of a cap. And it's a little bit high-low. It fits perfectly. I chose a size that didn't have a lot of ease.
That's super cute.
Isn't that cute?
And now I'm imagining. So this is DK.
This is DK.
No.
Fingering held double.
Fingering
it's
held
a
double.
worsted. It's a worsted pattern. You could certainly use DK.
But I'm also thinking too about those great summer yarns that are like cottony, bamboo-y. Like this is really cute.
Isn't
I
it?
love the way it fits for like lighter, warmer days.
Yeah.
But this is amazing.
I also envision if you wanted more of a sleeve, you could do some short rows of straight knitting of your contrast color before you did ribbing.
Or you could even just knit straight.
Yeah.
Right? You could knit a little bit, but you're right. A cap of short rows would look really, really pretty. It looks great on you.
Isn't it cute?
Yes.
It just came in the mail. I love it.
And kind of not a ton of yarn, right? Because it's worsted weight and no sleeves.
Yeah.
So I bet you don't even need all that much yarn to do it.
And it's slip stitching, so I think it's so much fun. You're only using one color at a time.
The texture's gorgeous.
Michelle is an impeccable knitter. I just texted her and she texted me back. I'm actually quite mad. I was trying to find this emoji because she texted me a picture of her in Mexico right now. Like at the moment. Anyway, I love
I'm
this.
so happy for you.
Yeah, that's what I...
Let me go shovel.
Let me flash my...
No, I truly am happy. That's a beautiful texture. Jodi, like every time I see something new like that.
It's distracting.
That I just think, my mind starts going, okay, what colors would I pick? Like, it's so cute.
So I'm going to pull up the pattern because I want to show you guys. The sample that it was knit in caught my eye. The colors, and it was like rich autumn colors.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so I'm going to look for High Tide.
There's a new dolly pattern. That's so cute.
Lindsey Fowler, you're right.
Okay, so Lindsey had an amazing book out that we had in our shop. It was a beautiful book. She's an amazing designer. Oh, that's so pretty. Very autumny. I love that too.
Right?
Yes. What yarn did she design this in?
God, that plaid is amazing. Piles and Hellhounds yarn. It's a worsted.
Plies and Hellhounds.
Plies.
That's
and
Gabby's
Hellhounds.
yarn. Remember from Rhinebeck?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so a beautiful worsted weight.
Yeah.
A little bit of a light worsted. It's 220 meters for 100 grams.
Oh, yeah, I bought her yarn.
Yeah. Anyway, it's gorgeous. You're right. You could probably get gauge with DK.
Let me tell you the
Give
gauge.
it a swatch.
19 stitches for sure you'd get.
That's nice. Yeah. I love it. Like you said, I love a slip stitch. And Star said plies and hellhounds used to be once upon a corgi, and that is right.
Plies and Hellhound totally fits her vibe better.
Look at that. I love that.
Don't you think? She's so gothy and kind of dark.
Ooh. Oh, and her, Gabby's color palette is so moody and cozy.
Green.
Oh, that's really cute too. You guys, I want to knit all the vests.
All the vests.
I think I'm going to make that for summer.
Tracie, it's cute.
Not that I would probably wear it sleeveless, but I would like a white t-shirt, white short sleeve little t-shirt.
Yeah. There's some fun neutrals and, bright colors too, but I just think the shape is beautiful. The stitch pattern is beautiful. It's a great staple.
It's a little twist on stripes, right? Where you're doing some slip stitching where it goes into the stripe above or below it. That's super awesome. Haha. Okay, speaking of mail, the two things I ordered right before the Canada Post strike started.
Canada Post went back to work Tuesday.
They went back to work. So they showed up yesterday.
Oh,
those two things. Yes, I was so happy.
Because one of them was my gift, right?
One of them, actually, I'll be honest, I bought the bag for our 12 days of giveaways, and I will still give it away.
Okay.
But it was from an awesome Canadian company, these two sisters that are Full Moon Fibres out in Ontario. They rock. They're also J. Hendry. They do bags under J. Hendry Design. But this crazy speckly skein is called Favorite Granny Square Blanket. And I've seen it knit up. This is for me. I bought this for me. This is their Solar Sock, which is an 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. Plump and yummy. I love it.
It's a sock or DK?
It's a sock.
Oh, that's plump. That's
almost like it's 384 meters. So yeah, it's still fingering weight, but just a little bit
Is that
thicker.
just shy of Sport?
Sport is like 300-ish, right?
Oh, okay, so quite a bit. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, beautiful.
And then I bought some super crazy minis. They had an amazing update. They also had a really beautiful Christmas palette out. But this is the one that caught my eye. But at the time, I thought, oh, wouldn't it be great to grab one of their bags for 12 days of giveaways? And I got this.
Oh, that's a biggie.
It's, first of all, I had no idea how gigantic it is. It's all pieced.
It's a patchwork
Like it's
bag.
all, it's so professional and beautiful. This is the back panel
Boy,
is
is that
solid.
beautiful.
But it's all pieced together. They use this super fun like rainbow zipper. But it's giant. It is like,
Sweater.
it's definitely.
Oh, that's a beautiful bag.
Isn't that a nice
Yeah,
bag?
beautiful.
So we will definitely have it in a giveaway somewhere. They call it their zipper project bag. And the company is J. Hendry Design Co. And they do all kinds of sizes and styles.
Oh, I like their logo.
Yeah, they're awesome. I believe they've got a YouTube channel too, I'm pretty sure. Full Moon Fibres.
Vincent was lying about stretch for PT. I had to be on an exercise bike.
Did he tell you didn't have to be?
Well, I think I remember him saying it's just made because I said, "Is it exercise?" It's exercise.
And so I told you it's a workout.
Well,
Okay, tell us. You had your.
So I had
you
my
got a new hip.
I got a new hip. I'm doing so good. I'm not using any walking aids or anything. I'm still icing a little bit, still on Tylenol, but I had my assessment. So the first hour was like some massage and some stretching.
That sounds nice.
It was so good.
Massage sounds great. And
Yeah.
then they whammo.
Oh my God, my legs were so fucking hairy. And they made me change into shorts because they had to rub.
Say no. No, I just don't.
I said, oh my God, no one told me I would have shaved my legs. Because she was like holding my calf. Oh my God. She was barely touching skin. That's how much hair was on my leg. She goes, oh my God, don't even worry. Of course. But then after she goes, I'll get
What's
you on
wrong
the bike.
with leggings?
She had to rub cream on, like ice rub cream. And yeah.
Okay, now you know.
And I had to have like the buzzing electrodes on and then just the ultrasound. And it was
How
really
long
great.
was the assessment?
An hour and a half.
Yeah, you said you were really sore after.
Lots of stretching and moving and stuff.
And
And that's
then-
okay. The soreness is okay because
You're doing what needs to be done.
And then I was on the recumbent bike, which was totally fine. I actually ended up buying one.
That's what I said. You came home and just bought a bike.
I did because I can either resell it or Shane can put it down in his gym.
Yeah.
But the recumbent bike is the one that you sit like this,
Yes.
right? It's great.
Is that what you have?
Yeah, but it's like exercise.
It's not like exercise. It is exercise.
Yeah, thank you very much. Anyway, it was good.
Hilarious. Vincent!
What is he saying?
He says, what? You're telling me physical therapy is hardcore active recovery.
Yes.
I think he's making fun of you.
And no. Listen, and next time I go, when I start the group exercise, she called it group exercise.
You're going to a workout class.
Yes.
Like aerobics when I went in the 80s and 90s.
It's like a circuit of things. Yes, I call that exercise.
Jody,
Vincent.
that's hilarious and awesome.
I might skip it.
No.
I'm going to go to one, and then if I can do all the stretching and bike at home, I'm going to do it at home.
You want just I think you should do what they're asking you
Okay,
to do.
if I'm out of breath or sweating,
We've got trips planned. Listen.
No, I'm teasing. I'm
You're
doing
hilarious.
all of my.
How many group classes?
6.
That's not so bad.
5 actually, because I think anyway, I'll pay for whatever I have to. I did book another session with her with like the ultrasound and the massage and stuff.
You're hilarious. Jody, that's awesome. I mean, it's no joke recovering from a whole new joint in your body.
Listen, there's zero pain in the joint. 0.
Is it crazy to wake up without pain now? Like you must. It just must be now your new normal.
It's tight in the front because that's where it's healing. And, there's healing, flesh because they
Yeah.
were in there.
Yeah.
But that pain is fine, but there's 0 hip pain. It's incredible. Vincent, let's talk about his new cowl.
I'm just picking it out. I'm so glad to see you, Vincent. I hope everything's well. I was thinking of Vincent yesterday because I came across the new cowl. But when we spent time together on our cruise, Vincent talked about how much they love to cook in their family and bake, and his dad is a chef. Like, I'm just imagining their family getting ready for an amazing holiday.
It was a whole, like every time a conversation was like we found out more layers. Him and his family are onions.
I love him so much. Here is this gorgeous bandana cowl.
It's knit
It is knitted. It is called the Leyland Cypress Cowl. It is on Ravelry. You can get it now. It is knit in this very cool yarn that Tony of TL Yarn Crafts that we saw at Rhinebeck. And it's that Aran weight blown yarn.
It's light as a feather. I showed you guys that yarn.
It's beautiful. So also a very quick knit because this is like an Aran weight
12 stitch gauge.
Nice.
You know, you could have this. He uses between 5 and 550 yards of the super bulky weight.
I think it's 4 balls of the apricity yarn.
I'm going to show you the ball.
And it comes, this yarn has such a beautiful color palette.
Do you guys remember? And affordable.
Yes.
Like the price point is amazing.
Yeah. I have some yarn. I don't have this yarn, but I do have yarn that will work for this. And I can see myself knitting this and wearing it every single day. I am such a cowl person.
This is incredible, you guys. If any of you out there are shawl knitters that you love to wear a big shawl around your neck and you've never tried a cowl, try this cowl.
I think so too.
Not only is it quick, you guys, but it's that item that you put on, and we've talked about this before, and you don't have to fuss. Like, it's so cozy. Oh, I can't even tell you. This is beautiful. Really, really beautiful.
Okay, look at it. This is his inspiration board. He's such an artist. You always get a great inspiration story with his designs, which I think is really great. Listen. This one's calling my name big time.
I love it.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time, big time.
I love this man. He's amazing. Yeah. And his cowls and designs
are
beautiful.
Look at this little video of, this is him working and look at the colors you can get that yarn in.
You guys, this yarn, I can't tell you how incredible it was.
Honestly, I feel like I should just go and get some of this yarn because I'd love to support Tony too, right? And get her yarn. Okay.
So good.
Plus, I don't need much of an excuse to get a brand new color of yarn. That's gorgeous. And I think that would be so fun to knit. Anyway.
It's amazing.
Congratulations on another amazing pattern. Okay. I have been knitting, you guys. And am I done my Christmas gift knitting? No. Nope, I'm not. But how about this? I normally knit, like, even my husband's gift socks and my daughter's gift socks. I knit them when they're around.
Yeah.
And this year I decided I'm not doing that. So it's making it slightly more complicated.
Why, do they notice?
Yeah, they do notice.
Okay.
Because the ones I knit for Georgia are Oilers colors. So anyway, the last few years I've been knitting my daughter Oilers, or the Lucky Socks. So she got a new pair of Lucky Socks.
She wears them.
It's crazy how much she wears them.
Are you serious?
I know.
With that?
These are awesome. These are awesome. I'm so happy with it. She hasn't seen these at all. This is just a shorty stockinette sock with an afterthought heel. I cranked the tube on my sock machine. I did a little folded hem also on my sock machine. But you guys, it's very simple to do as you're knitting. This is about 28 rounds or 26 rounds. So you would knit 26 rounds in stockinette and fold your cast on edge in and do a knit two together round all the way around. And Bob's your uncle. You've got a folded hem. And then I added, this is called the Starry Night, I think it's called, by West Yorkshire Spinners.
Are you serious?
They make amazing yarn. I've been a big fan, but Georgia wears her socks so much that I tend to go for like commercial sock yarn for her. Her ones last year were like just plain Regia sock yarn, and they just wear so well. But this sparkle, I just thought, oh my gosh, who's not going to love that? Okay, so this is all just commercial.
I'm like flabbergasted with this colorway.
So cute, right? They have so many good colorways, but they also have several sparkly holiday colors. I just think this is awesome. So these are the Edmonton Oiler colors. That's
incredible.
These will Tracie, get lots of wear.
Those are incredible.
Aren't they cute?
And I'm offended Georgia doesn't watch this podcast. Let me just say that.
I'm not. Who knows? Maybe she does. Maybe we should talk shit about her, and then if she says something later.
I heard what you said.
Right. Have you been knitting?
No, you go ahead. I'm just going to knit while I've been knitting. You guys, I don't know that you want much of an update. I do
want an update.
I picked up and I'm halfway through the second armhole ribbing. But for today's purposes, I'm just going to continue the body. But I've gotten quite
far.
Jodi,
it's a big deal. You were really not that far away.
I know, a couple more inches, and then I'll do 2 inches of ribbing at the bottom.
Yeah. So that goes that pretty fast.
Yeah. So I'm just going to...
And your fabric is amazing. Talk about your yarn, because it's unbelievable.
They're going to get bored. Okay. It's fingering held with a majestic fluff.
Right. But you've never knit a garment with that.
I have never knit a garment with that, and it just makes it...
It's insane.
Such a nice fuzz fabric. Yeah. Like you said, without without a whole lot of halo. It's a low pile, but it kind of just, this majestic fluff just fills in every little nook and cranny without a lot of...
This is the Audrey vest by Sari Nordland.
Yeah.
And it is like the difference of I've knit with Surrey alpaca. It is luscious and soft and fluffy and amazing, and I love it. But this one is Surrey with cashmere, and it's just like that much more fabulous. I'm amazed at the fabric it makes. I really am.
If you're not a mohair fan, I encourage you to try layering with any type of Surrey alpaca blend.
Yeah.
There's a lot out there. I happen to have one that has an extra little bit of 10% cashmere, and Surrey alpaca is soft. Mm-hmm. This cashmere might be a little softer, but regardless, it's soft.
Super soft.
It's nice.
Super soft.
Anyway, yeah, I'm having fun.
As soon as I finish my gift knitting, I'm swatching for my own Audrey vest, and I'm very, very much looking forward to it.
We did a little knit along with Amanda and Fiona. We're co-hosting our Canmore retreat.
Yeah.
And we thought, let's all cast on something of Sari's.
Because Sari's coming to teach.
Yes.
So we're all going to be the big time fans wearing an Audrey vest, which I'm very excited about.
All in different colors,
yes,
which is fun.
Yes.
But so Tracie's got to get busy.
I do, but I'm also just like so looking forward to it. Your guys' look so good. And I'm all over the vest action these days. I'm very excited to knit that. It's not going to take me a month to knit it.
Okay.
I'll be ready.
If Dad is in the room, tell him to look away. Or were you not?
These are not for Dad. These are for Jeff.
Okay, good.
No, that's not true.
Sorry, you would have said Jeff and he would have...
I wasn't going to say anybody.
None the wiser.
Oy vey.
It's probably on the big TV.
I knit another pair of socks. And speaking of alpaca, this is an alpaca sock base.
Look at the
Did I show these?
No.
Okay.
Look at the
I showed you guys at home. Okay, right? Wow. This is amazing yarn. I don't know that I brought the yarn ball with me. It is Fiddly Dye Works, our friend Kate, and she has amazing, beautiful yarn. This is a skein that I've had for a couple of years, and it's her alpaca stock base. It's only 60% merino, I think something like 20% alpaca and 20% nylon. So it is gorgeous. This is the color Jeremy. We actually have a nephew named Jeremy, but it's speckly, but it's so uniform. It looks kind of tweedy to me. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. And then the contrast color is from Bramble Ridge, another amazing Canadian dyer, and it's her color Slate. It's not navy. It does have that bit of like tealy, but it's super dark. It's awesome.
What I noticed looking from a yarn dyer's eyes, I always in admiration look at other people's fun colors, but what pops out to me, you guys, is getting the speckles that uniform from start to finish, because you're flipping your yarn, right?
Yeah.
Well, we flip our yarn and do the same thing on both sides, but not always is it uniform. Sometimes it fades a little bit towards the one end of the skein. That's spectacular.
I know. I agree. I couldn't agree more. As I was cranking it, I did crank a big tube on my sock machine, cut in an afterthought heel, and then I knit up a 1x1 ribbing, picked up my stitches and knit up.
Yeah.
And then I did an Italian sewn bind off on the edge, so that's quite stretchy. There's lots of stretchy bind offs. But I do keep...
Look at this. This is one of her yarns too. This is called Harper.
Listen,
a really warm...
Kate has phenomenal yarn. I have a bunch of it. I can't. She has gorgeous color taste, and this alpaca sock, you guys. If you see it, I think you should get some. It would be an incredible sweater or anything, shawl or anything. It's going to be very, very, very cozy socks.
Look at this color. Julian.
Yeah, she's awesome. We always see her at Knit City.
Yeah. She's an amazing person.
Yes.
This is a color that I've bought before, you guys. I want to show you. It's her green. It's called Oliver. It's so
That's
good.
gorgeous. She also does a BFL sock base, and I have that, which is also a really tough sock. What else?
Beautiful.
Yeah, gorgeous colors. I have this at home, that color, that super dark red, and I've got a super dark, like evergreen color, and I'm not sure what she calls it.
Look at this. This is called Haley. This is
Ooh,
another.
that's
It's a
really
BFL.
nice.
Her BFL base is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
go give Kate some love, you guys. Her yarn's amazing. And with all these gift socks, I just have this little notebook because I would have to look up the length and everything now. So I do like little, like this is so-and-so's, this is Dad's, this is Jackson's.
I just had to Google my husband's, like I said, how long in inches is a size 13 foot?
Okay.
You think I would have written it down?
I don't know, maybe this is... And then
After 10 pairs of socks.
Then I lost... It's also kind of like a little scrapbooky thing. Like I look back and think, oh yeah, I forgot I made those.
Yeah.
It takes 3 seconds to do a page on it. But
So smart.
anyway, it's also kind of fun.
I was just looking to see if I could see the same colorway that you had. But
Jeremy?
I don't. Yeah. I might have been missing it. But,
Well, I'm sure she would dye some if you guys wanted it.
and it's fun sometimes to get, we all have those single skeins in our stash that
Yeah.
we can pull for, socks for our favorite person or
Yeah.
whoever you're going to gift it
I'm
for.
shocked how drapey this is. Like the difference in the fabric of this. Because I didn't change my gauge. It's just a different...
The drape is beautiful.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I think this would be a great sweater. I think if people wanted to make a sweater out of that, that would be great.
So I started my gift knitting.
Tell me all about it. Did you just start?
Yes.
Don't feel pressure. Don't knit me anything.
No. I just have 3 pairs. I just have to put heels and toes in 3 pairs of DK socks.
Oh, okay.
It's not pressure, but it's so funny. And I was.
But it's still work.
I have Shane's hat that I'm finishing.
Okay, good. Tell me all about it.
It's not that I don't like cables, you guys.
I think that's amazing.
But-
He's going to love it.
You know what I wanted to Google, and I was watching a movie, so I didn't. Can you do cables without needles for 2/2 cables? Is that how you say it? Like
2/2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
No cable needle?
No.
So I'm knitting this, and it will be a pattern. It's just like 2 pearls.
Okay, let me test knit it for you, Jody.
2 over, like
I'd
2.
love to.
2/2 one way, 2 pearls, 2/2 the other way.
I
and
don't
then
use
2
a cable.
pearls.
I would not use a cable needle for that.
It's
but you just pinch. It really takes no time.
You pinch it, or do you knit it in different order?
No, you actually have to take some
Pinch
off the
it.
needle. You have to take 2 off the needle. Yes, no cable needle, so efficient, Vincent says. It works great. This is actually the perfect size cable to start learning how to do without a cable needle because there's not a lot of stitches to juggle.
Vincent, this is the same color you have. This is our new army color.
Ooh.
That was this November we
This
added,
color-
or October.
This color is out of this world.
It's army. This is on DK, but it's called army. It's a really dirty, deep, beautiful green. I love it.
It's rich.
So that's
and
what I'm
beautiful.
knitting right now. But this is a slog.
You're like almost at the decreases.
Tracie, I know. So
And it's really, this is so interesting, this conversation, I think, because as I was knitting my colorwork socks, I kept thinking to myself, this is so much fun. Like, this is my joyful little pocket. Like, I love
Yeah.
a little simple colorwork. To me, it makes it seem like the work goes really fast. And I know what you mean. There's some people that think cables zoom or lace zooms.
well, listen, it's only every 4th round. So
Right.
3
So you're
rounds
ribbing.
are just knit 4, purl 2, knit 4, purl 2 for 3 rounds, which is so easy.
Jody, it's absolutely beautiful.
And then, but don't we love all, like, I always plan the ribbing to be very lined up. Like, I
like
keep the
flows
lines of the,
organic.
yeah. So I'm knitting that. He keeps saying, where's my hat? Where's my hat? It's like, I don't know. When you learn to knit, you can knit a hat.
Right.
No, he's so knit worthy because he wears hats all the time.
This is the first Christmas in a long time I have not knit Jeff hat.
Oh, okay.
But he wears them every single day.
Yeah.
I have to bring, I think it's time that I showed one of my first hats I've ever knit for him next time. It was a mashup that I did with 2 different patterns on Ravelry, and it's got ear flaps.
Oh.
And it's knit with, and the braids and the little tassel-y thing on the top. It is knit in Aran Weight Rowan cocoon yarn. And it is ridiculously warm, and he wears it like shoveling and stuff. Like,
and it's worn really well.
I got to bring it because it's years old, and it is on my Ravelry page. So, and I added color work. Like it was kind of a mashup. It was a hat I love, and I still love that he wears it. But he is getting socks this year, and I just cranked some tubes the other day.
Ooh, that's spectacular.
This is more Peyton's Croy yarn. Because I have a giant bag of it and I can just always grab. So for men's socks, you need 2 of the 50 gram skeins for the stripes. And then I use another 50 gram for the heels, toes, and cuffs. This is called Flax.
Look how perfectly
it's so good.
cut the heel is.
It's so good. This color, I think, is called Brown Marl. So,
it's really, really beautiful.
So these are matchy.
Yes, they are.
So with this yarn, it comes in like a little ball.
Yes.
Which I can't use on my sock machine. So I always have
Why?
Why?
Oh!
Right?
Never
So
mind.
it has to be either on a cone or a cake to properly feed your sock machine. So I always have to wind it first on my winder to make a cake. And I use 2 separate balls. So you're winding 2 different balls. This, when I cranked them, so it all one big thing. So I did a folded cuff, cranked enough for the foot, and then added waist yarn. And then I did another folded cuff and then cranked down
that
to
one seems
finish.
shorter.
It is shorter.
Oh.
So I'll add more rounds in it. But when I cranked it, this cuff was down here. So the yarn, the tube looked like this. The browns and grays weren't
Did that
matched.
bother you?
I sat there for a while thinking.
I'm surprised that bothered you.
So the browns and grays didn't match, but the marled and the reds did match.
I would not have changed it.
I took an hour out of my life and
what did you do?
I took off this cuff about here, like 3
surgery.
I Kitchener stitched together. Smart. I just moved it up.
I'm shocked you did that actually, if I'm honest.
I went back and forth. Like, he's not going to care. I don't really care. But it's not going to take that long, and I do like to Kitchener stitch. Yeah. So I thought, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. And
I love cutting yarn.
Sometimes I just like
my knitting.
To do fun things. To me, that's a fun thing. Yeah. So I did it. So I will be done these soon and give them a little wash. But now I'm exceptionally happy with them, right? And before I was just like, yeah, they're okay. You know, it's okay. But it turned out great. I've never done that before, you guys. The Kitchener.
It's seamless.
What?
And it's an itch in your brain that won't go away when you look at that knitting if you hadn't have changed it.
But I'm also not someone that would think that's a giant failure. I'm really not.
No.
He would be happy with it. I would be happy with it.
Not a failure, but for some people's brains, it had to be changed.
Yeah. No, and I didn't feel like that. I did not feel devastated and, of course I have to change it. I was going back and forth about, if I was crunched for time, I never would have done it and would have been very happy with it. But it is very interesting. The rounds, so the stitch rows that you've picked up, and then you're going to join with Kitchener stitch in the middle of that. Those stitches, their size has already been determined from your knitting. So the only thing that you have to worry about with the tension is your Kitchener stitch.
And you don't pull it hard, but you certainly snug it up.
Listen,
you have to tug to make sure,
I just kept looking and going, it's not loose and it's not puckering, so it must be okay. I'm shocked at how seamless. No, you would never guess.
I love that.
Yeah, and it was really fun. So you're right. This one, for some reason, I don't know why I did, but I've got leftover yarn, so I've got to add a stripe in a bit. And these were just another sock tube.
So when you're done...
But he loves wearing these. I would never not make him socks.
I got to go get the one from Shane. It's just over there. Once this is done, are you done your gift knitting?
very close. This is one of the very last things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go grab Shane.
Here's the main color that I'm using, you guys. And it is this Peyton's Croy, and I get it at Michael's. It is so affordable. I think it's $8 or $9 for a little 50-gram ball. I'm sure you're going to have this at your craft stores, and if not, lots of yarn shops carry it. I think it is a gem of a yarn, and my husband wears his wool socks all winter long, and I very rarely need to do anything with holes or wearing out.
Yeah. Yes.
It works like a charm.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. Shane doesn't wear his out either.
Yeah.
Which is
Isn't that
amazing.
great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Because I know they
Just
both
gonna
wear
pull
them a
this
lot.
away from the table perfectly. He's gonna love them.
I think
Does he
so.
He must love getting socks.
He loves getting socks.
Good.
But normally I just knit them
and give them to
kind
him.
of in front of everybody. Like he knows what they're going to be, but he does not know. And neither does Georgia. And I kind of like that little secret element.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I've showed this, you guys. This was the yarn we got in Ireland at Hedgehog Fibres, and Shane picked his own.
That's awesome.
I don't remember the colorway, but I don't think you can miss it if you're trying to look. It's Hedgehog Fibres, and it's like this mashup of like different greens, and
It's
just
the perfect green for Ireland. Like as we're driving around, that's what the hills look like.
It's so good. This is fingering held double. They only had fingerings, and I'm not doing a 13 size sock in fingering yarn. I guess I could have cranked a tube, but he likes the thicker socks. So
Did you hand knit these?
No, it's on the machine.
Oh, okay.
Fingering held double on my sock machine, and then I'm holding. It was a little. They had a little basket of minis.
Yeah.
So I had a little mini. I'm knitting fingering held double, but
That's crazy. It looks
He
like
likes-
a stocking.
from tip to tip on, it's 12 inches for a size 13 shoe.
Okay.
Ladies.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
But this also, he likes 12 inches. He likes a 2-inch folded cuff almost.
Oh, so 4 inches of yarn. That's a
Yes.
lot of yarn.
I had to get 2 skeins.
That's the thing with
Bigger feet.
folded cuffs.
Yes.
You are using a significant amount more of yarn,
Yeah.
which I actually love using it up, right? Like I don't love having all these leftovers, right? So it's kind of nice to
Yeah.
use it up. But with these 50-gram skeins,
I would need 3.
you don't get enough yarn,
Yeah.
right? Like you've got to make some kind of adjustment somewhere.
The only thing that's tricky is I can't find the other skein. I will. It's around. I just have to find it.
Merry Christmas for 1 foot.
So that's where we're at.
They're gorgeous. And when you get
mean,
the
I'll
other
put-
one, it will be amazing.
If I have to, I'll put 1 in a stocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really nice. I love it.
Yeah.
So because Jeff's, home in the evenings or whatever, I've started knitting for myself. So he didn't see the socks that I was knitting.
Right.
So I'm still working on my Celebrate sock, which is a pattern by Andrea Rangel and a collaboration with Gage Dye Works. So Catherine did the amazing self-striping, which I love so much. And it was a kit, and it came with undyed, beautiful creamy yarn. And I decided I wanted a dark contrast instead, just for my first pair. And I'm using Barrett Wool Company's home fingering in the color Huron. And it's a super dark navy. And it is just like springy, woolly perfection. I love knitting with this yarn.
I love that.
It is so gorgeous. It's funny because I'm knitting with it going, why am I not knitting with this more? Like
That's why I love you guys, where we have our favorites that we stick to and we gravitate towards. But when you go outside the box and try these different bases, like when you see an 80-20, you can have 10 different 80-20s in front of you and they could all feel different.
They do.
It's so
For
fun
sure.
to try different bases.
For sure.
Because now you've decided you love this base.
I do. And I
It's
do
all
have
about
a
this
cardigan.
base.
I do have
About
a
this
cardigan
base.
in this yarn, but the neck, I should revisit it. The neck is just so big that I don't love it. I need to have a redo with this yarn for a sweater because I'm not thrilled with the way it turned out.
Right.
But I did cut in an afterthought heel. The pattern has a short row heel, which would have been less trouble, I think. Oh. So I
Talked
did.
about, okay, so last time I said, where are you putting it?
I know. So I did what I said. I picked up a row of color work
Okay.
And then another row of color work. And I removed the one row of main that's just main color.
Okay.
It was a little bit wonky with the row that's one contrast color and then three, like it's a lot of loose yarn there. So it looked, I think I'm going to do something different on the next one. I don't know. It was a little bit strange to have, but the one that was 3 and 1, no issues whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah, so it worked out fine.
Interesting.
Yeah, a little bit wonky. I would not say, oh yeah, it's the same thing, just go do it. It didn't seem to be that way.
Yeah.
But I also have never done it before, and maybe there's some kind of trick that I don't know of. But as far as removing the yarn, it was no problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But look, I can't even. And now this is a full repeat. I'm just starting to get into the blue that's up here. That's the whole rainbow of color.
It's spectacular.
I tried this sucker on.
You
and
guys.
It's so perfect and so beautiful.
So if you've got a slender foot. You've got a foot model foot. You should go on OnlyFans with a foot account. Do you know how much money you'd make? You've got good feet.
Jodi, that's weird.
It's not weird.
That's weird.
Shane, that's weird. It is.
I'm not above making money doing weird things.
You could stick your feet in pie. Anyway, what I'm saying
That
is, like,
would be
Tracie,
hilarious.
when we go to, like,
You can be my manager. You figure out the shit we have
Tracie,
to do.
I will. And we'll splitsies.
Totally.
So Tracie's got these beautiful, narrow,
What? I don't
really
even know what
nice-
you're talking about.
But, like, feet that, like, fit into... You got Cinderella feet, where you go into any shoe store and they've got, like, a 7.5 on display, and it's narrow. Perfect. Like, slip right in. It's like, ooh, look at this.
It's true. When we're shopping, Jodi's like, try this on.
Yeah.
Try this on.
I'm like, do you have a double wide size 12 for me?
Listen, my feet don't like most shoes, so I just wear runners and clogs and shit like that. But
Do you know what? I have plantar fasciitis because of how I was walking with
not good.
gone.
No.
My surgery gone.
Good.
Just because of the way I'm walking. I mean, I might feel it a titch. There were times, you guys, I could not get out of bed without putting like a full support runner on before I hit the ground.
You're walking, that compensating, that screws up a lot of things. It'll
Yeah.
screw up people's backs and all kinds of things.
And that's another reason why somebody had said, like, I wish I hadn't waited so long because of not only because my hip, they didn't think their hip was bad enough.
Right.
But just remember, you guys, how much you're compensating and walking and the damage you're doing otherwise. Anyway.
I agree. And I think that's another reason people do physio is to correct the bad habits you've gotten into with being in that pain.
Yeah.
And it's just natural.
I went to Hawkstone Physio.
Okay.
Over about on Collingwood Road.
It's far.
Well, there was only a certain amount, you guys, that would bill to the government because you got 6 free after surgery.
Yeah.
And so, but boy, did I like Danica. She was Danica from the physiotherapy. She was amazing.
Physiotherapists are great people.
You know what?
They're
actually
just to
had
help you.
3 other people like I worked with during the time. They were amazing.
Good.
At that place.
Good.
But yeah, so it's funny how like my foot's like I thought to myself, oh my God, my foot's not so
That is
anymore.
awesome.
Because that was painful, you guys.
Yes, it's painful.
Have you been watching Christmas movies?
Not so much. I know. I don't know what's going on.
Really? We watched a ton. Well, because I've been recovering, that's why, Trace.
Yeah, I guess.
If I wasn't, I wouldn't have watched as many.
Yeah. I love it that, like, honestly, this whole drag queen Christmas thing with all the Christmas music and it did get me in the mood. So yes, I need to watch
I hope so. We're the 19th.
I know.
Can you believe how close it is?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good about it. Really good about it.
I kind of wish like we were done a week ago and then this 1 week leading up to Christmas, it could be like we got together for
like bake cookies one morning.
Bake cookies one morning. Or like we had time to go to the yarn store and visit our friends, stuff like that. We just leave things to the last minute. I think we all kind of it's a busy time, right?
It is a busy time.
Anyway, I hope, are you guys doing your 15 minutes a day?
Jodi, we have a thread up in Ravelry, and that was going to be an Instagram post too, I thought today.
15 minutes,
Just
guys.
reminding everybody. Yeah. It is crazy stressful. Working full time, lots of people trying to get all this extra stuff done, going to the Christmas concerts, like whatever, the cocktail party in the neighborhood, whatever that happens to be. Or maybe you're not doing anything because you're trying to avoid all of this stuff that everywhere you turn is Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, holiday, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just a very complicated time.
Yeah. And I just want to say, you know, if you've lost a loved one this year and this is your first holiday season, listen, it doesn't even have to be like a loved one this year. Like, we're just sending so much love to you, and we hope that you find some joy in this season.
Yeah.
Amongst your sadness.
Or just peace.
Yeah.
Peace. Like maybe, you know, I get it wanting to possibly avoid the whole thing. I totally get it. And whatever you do that feels right to you.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's, you know, whatever that happens to be. Maybe you're watching a Star Wars marathon or a Lord of the Rings marathon and you're having burgers and fries and forget this whole turkey thing. Like whatever it is that makes you peaceful. Mm-hmm. I just wish that for you. Yeah. And whatever that way that is.
Exactly.
Yeah. So our little 15-minute reminder was to make sure you give yourself 15 minutes of something that either helps you cope, brings you joy, brings you peace. You know, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's whatever. Like just sitting with your book and tea, like where you think, oh, I don't have time for anything. Just plug in 15 minutes if you can.
And it's okay to sit and be with your sadness, but just know each day it will get a little bit better.
Yeah.
So we're
thinking... And it's normal. It's normal.
Yeah.
For life to go up and down and all of those things. And everybody's got stress and worries and concerns. And you are not alone.
Yeah.
At all. It's true for everybody. Everybody you meet on the street. Everybody.
So this might be a nice time to reach out to a neighbor or a friend you know that might not be having the nicest time this season, just to say, you know, we're thinking you can't really make it better for them, but at least you could know that, let them know you're thinking about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very, I think it's a huge group of people that just cannot wait for this to be over every year.
Yeah.
And I completely understand.
Yeah. Okay. So we hope you're doing your 15 minutes. Tracie's going to eat some cruffin. And just sit with your 15 minutes, whatever you're going to do. Maybe you sit and do nothing for 15 minutes and just meditate. But if you allow yourself that 15 minutes each day, I'm confident you'll feel the benefits of it.
I have one more.
Shane Brown, is my phone in there? Anywhere. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I found it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. The cruffin was ridiculous, you guys.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
As much as I'm not a fan of eating on the internet, I can't even resist.
No. I think I put some notes in my note thing.
Mary Ruth, that is the best news ever.
What did Mary say?
So happy for you. Her doctor said she can stop doing chemo. Taking her chemo medication.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Okay.
And I love hearing positive news from you guys. It's really just a beautiful thing. Thank you for sharing that with us. I do have something else I knit. Huh?
Is he serious? He's the landscape guy we always talk about.
He's so funny. He's doing his job. Yeah, leave him alone.
Okay, so Jordan's friend Krista, I've talked about this before. Jordan's friend Krista, who had the baby, I knit the sweater and stuff. Well, she all of a sudden decided she wanted to learn to knit.
That's amazing.
So she taught herself to knit, and she knit a tree skirt.
Oh, that's so cute.
Right? She obviously had probably lots to say. She was critical about it.
No, I love it.
I think it's amazing. And I said to Jordan, tell her that she should always keep her very first project.
Yes, I wish I had mine.
But that's her first project.
It's so awesome. It's awesome.
I agree. I love it when young people, you guys, get inspired to knit. Knitting is fun. It's cool.
And I think there's just a huge level of satisfaction and accomplishment and like your mind was somewhere else when you were doing that. You weren't worrying about your bills, your health, your whatever. Like it is a huge
she's got a toddler.
Therapeutic thing, right? So now she's got something for herself. She's a busy young mom, right?
Yeah.
I'm thrilled for her. I think that's amazing.
And when you have a toddler like that, like there's nap time and stuff where you have to be home.
Yeah.
And that you're not really doing anything.
Yeah. I wish I knit when my kids were little.
She's a personal trainer.
Wow.
Her body is amazing.
So she's
lots of weightlifting.
Super busy.
But she's super busy. So yeah, in her downtime, she thought, I'm going to learn how to knit.
I didn't know that about her, that she was a weightlifter.
Yes.
You know what I found out yesterday? So as I'm doing all my errands, I'm always listening to like Spotify podcasts. Yeah. And I was listening to one yesterday. It's the Rachel Ray one. It's I'll Sleep When I'm Dead.
Yeah.
And she had Chef Anne Burrell on. And I was like, okay, I'll listen to that. I've seen both of them on TV shows a lot. And I've always thought Anne Burrell comes off as kind of like prickly and...
She's got the little white spiky hair.
Yes. So she's this phenomenal chef. I think she's amazing.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just feel like maybe a little bit more serious than some people.
Yeah.
I have to give her a whole new chance because the end of the interview was, tell us something surprising about you. One thing that maybe we don't know about you. She goes, I'm a knitter. She said, I've knit about 39 baby blankets. And if I'm home watching TV with my husband, I'm knitting baby blankets. So she's our people. So obviously I love her. She's our people. And Taylor Swift knitting baby blankets for her friends. Anyway, I love hearing those things.
Okay, so now we have to invite them to our...
So now we've got to have a knit night with, a chef. Wouldn't that be fun? I have one more project that I was not going to share, but I am going to share.
Oh, good.
And I think you might like it.
Is it so good?
Jodi, I can't even. Okay. I shouldn't be sharing it.
Why?
Because it's obvious it's for you.
Is it?
You're going to have to act very surprised.
Okay.
We love the mini Magpie Darling hat.
We do.
Kits that you can buy through Yarn Bowler and Crafty Jackalope. The pattern itself, I whip up by itself all the time. So we add little things to it. So this is Frankie Gray Fibres, Mayflowers, and Stiletto in the mini Magpie Darling hat. You can get the pattern anytime you want. You can buy kits too, which also include this pom-pom that's attached to a little, chiffon ribbon or whatever. That's all attached. It's fun to I've done duplicate stitch embroidery for initials or things like that.
Yeah.
And this year, the cat in the hat. How about the cat on the hat?
Are you serious?
I can't even I was like, this is so freaking cute.
Tracie.
I love knitting little ornaments and putting them on gifts.
Look at the whiskers.
I know.
Is that mohair?
Yes.
That's spectacular.
Isn't it so cute?
Yes.
Act really surprised. I knit two.
Well, we know who that is.
And this is just a tiny scrap from a sweater. This is Sonder yarn, the color Hydrate in their DK.
You're so creative. You should have knit. Can you design? Oh.
What?
It's so good.
This is the same chart as these socks. So it's right out of the Charlotte Stone's Joyful Colorwork socks. I just made sure that the number of stitches would fit properly, which no problem at all. I didn't have to modify anything. But for the whiskers on Charlotte's chart, you'll see it's like a line of just three stitches.
Right.
I did that and I thought, I don't know that that's what I want. So I did one duplicate stitch in triple mohair and then just pulled the yarn out again, kind of splitting the yarn so it doesn't come out. And then I just cut it off about 1 centimeter long.
Oh, you're very creative.
I just think that to me was like, well, that's the answer.
That is the answer.
And so when you have a mini Magpie Darling kit, your hat, your pom-pom is attached to this ribbon. You just thread it through the top and then bring the ends out again, out the back of the hat, still at the top, and then tie it. Like you don't have to.
Smart.
You don't have to cut anything.
I would have never thought of that.
It actually comes with instructions right on the pattern. Amanda's
that's
amazing.
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So this little beautiful leopard print pom-pom came in a kit. You can buy them individually, I believe, but the kits are way more fun because the kit has yarn with sequins on it already. I've actually got another one of those on the go. Georgia and I went for pedicures the other day, and I almost finished one of these getting a pedicure. But aren't they cute?
They're really,
so you can
really
use
good.
any stitch pattern from anything, any little stitch dictionary, or maybe you bought a sock pattern or a hat pattern. This is just duplicate stitch. It wasn't like colorwork knitting. It was just, it takes less than 15 minutes.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm inspired to do a full-size adult hat like that.
Jodi. So
with a
good.
big cat on it.
So good.
Because I haven't done intarsia, and it seems, intarsia seems fussy.
Intarsia flat is super easy. And I've just never really learned intarsia in the round, but I would like to.
I went and watched a YouTube video.
On intarsia in the round?
Yeah, and immediately no.
Oh.
It was pulling out yarn, and then you come around. It was like...
It's something about a big loop.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to take that as a class.
Yeah, totally. Intarsia flat, I find actually fun. And as long as you have your bobbins kind of wound up, it's not so bad. But that's the biggest challenge, is not getting your bobbins all combobulated and tangled and stuff. But duplicate stitch to me is just the easiest, most relaxing.
Or you could do color work, a big hat, and then just do stitch, not stitch, stitch, like a round. Like do like
for intarsia.
Knit 3, like not intarsia, but like stranded color work.
Yeah.
And then just like the cat motif, and then whatever was around, like knit 3, knit 1, knit or whatever.
Yes, you could.
I'm doing a cat hat.
Well, I love that. Anyway, this is super fun.
I'm inspired by
it's
your...
so fun.
I wonder who that's for.
I wonder. They're for my own tree. I'm going to knit my own damn cat hat. Speaking of cats and garments and wanting to wear cats, I hope everybody saw Andrea Rangel's new pattern.
It's so good.
It is the cattiest sweater I've ever seen. It is a whole circular yoke.
And this is our friend who does the alternate stitch dictionaries.
Yes.
This is Andrea
She's a
Rangel.
colorwork wizard.
Yeah.
That motif is out of this world.
Isn't it good?
It's amazing.
And I picture people just customizing it to their cat's colors.
I think so.
And like duplicate stitch the eyes to whatever eye color your cat is.
And it's called the cat knit pullover.
Yes.
So, you know what would be really fun with this when I'm looking at this? A kind of like color changing yarn that's your cat, like maybe those tabby cats that are kind of orangey and browny. You can do kind of like, even if it's
so
mini
good.
skeins, whether it's color changing for one yarn or I just think, yes, I feel like are you even a cat lover parent if you don't knit this sweater?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
Not proper.
This is what the people that really love their cats are going to be wearing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Wow, her hair's beautiful. Look at the beachy waves.
I know.
She lives on the island, doesn't she?
That's so fun.
I know that if I lived somewhere with a beach, I'd be there in the winter too.
Me too.
Right?
So I'm looking at this. My brain is always like, okay, what would I do? What would I do? When I see a new pattern, I think, well, how would I do that?
I love that idea.
I just think it would be so cool to have a neon version of this, where your background is whatever, but then the cats are kind of like neon.
You know what else you could do while you're doing this, you guys, is the section, when you start the color work, you're still using the main color as the background color. You could just for the section of the cats have your background a different color.
You totally could.
So it's like this big block yoke.
Yeah.
Totally two different colors.
Yeah.
And then your main color be the ribbings, the sleeve and the body.
Or the bottom of your sweater could be the cat color, right? Like you could have a little bit of separation. You could do it in many ways. That's beautiful.
This is a beautiful choice as a designer because you can totally see the light color. I struggle when someone knits their designs out of a dark color. I think you miss a lot of the details. Yeah. Isn't that gorgeous?
Wow.
Orange,
I cannot,
gingy cat.
I cannot wait to start looking at the projects. So I'm going to look at the hashtag.
And I believe
We've hidden these results.
the gauge is 21 stitches. Thank you. It's in fingering weight yarn.
Is it? So it'll be nice and light.
Yeah.
Like as much as you think, oh, but 21 stitches is a very loose gauge for fingering.
It's very loose, you guys. You can do
That's
DK
when I knit
easily.
my Elton pullover. I think was very similar.
Actually, this fingering and mohair is, I think it might be 20 stitches, you guys.
Right. So it's a very nice. Oh, you liked that one already.
So do you ever, when you're knitting mohair, when you're knitting mohair and fingering, do you ever come across where you've caught just the mohair?
Yes.
And not, so now would you go back and duplicate stitch
Yes,
with
I
your
would.
fingering weight? Do you see what I did, you guys? For that one stitch there, all I used was the mohair and
Yeah.
didn't notice it.
Oh, it's 31 stitches per inch, somebody said.
Oh, 31. Sorry, 31. That is a nice gauge for fingering. But see,
Jody's like, never.
no.
When's the DK version coming out?
I feel like I would swatch
maybe
to
you
see
could
if I
add the-
could get it in one less cat. Who knows? Depends on how many stitches.
Maybe you could add the motif to a larger size gauge. Who knows?
So now here, because I didn't notice for several rows, if I was 10 rows or less, I probably would drop down.
Yeah.
But now that I'm this many rows and it's fuzz, I think I'm just going to duplicate stitch.
I would duplicate
right
stitch
here.
like now because I would probably forget later. But
Yeah.
you will notice when you wear something underneath it, say you're wearing a white shirt,
Yeah.
you would get quite a
Yeah.
pop of that shirt through that
Yeah.
because the density's different.
And I probably could drop down that many and
How
no
many is it?
problem.
Yeah.
It's inches. So I would just duplicate stitch.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I'm a little bit stuffy.
Oh, I know. You know what? I always feel like I get a little bit of a cold near the holidays, right? You're always kind of like, my brain's going so fast and you don't sleep. I don't sleep as well.
Yeah.
Okay, remember
Well, not after ghosts clanging pots in your kitchen.
that was weird. It was the first thing I thought of when I woke up this morning. What? How did that? I've never had that happen.
It must have been, was it teetering on the counter?
I don't know.
I was going to say the cat did it, but you don't have a cat.
No, I don't have a cat.
That would have been a start in the middle of the night.
Oh, it was huge noise.
Did Jeff jump up?
Yes, we both wake up and then he goes, you're half asleep down to the kitchen. I thought, what if there's somebody in there? Like, what if that was somebody knocking something over?
Yeah.
We have an alarm, but
Do you set it at night?
yes, religiously.
Good.
Yeah, religiously. Okay, remember we heard the news. Erin Lillian Pine
Yes.
was done with her dyeing career for now. We were all crying at home. But then I saw Wool and Waves yarn store, our friend Christine, Wool and Waves, out on also Vancouver Island, I think.
Yes.
She got a big shipment of Erin's yarn, her sock yarn. And so I don't need sock yarn, but I love Erin's aesthetic and her speckles. And I thought, okay, it's like a collector's at this point. It's now or never. So I bought some super fun colors.
Love that.
And so starting from this side, that's pink champagne, concrete jungle, surfs up, and papaya. And I know I've had some of these before. This pink champagne, I got two because I thought, I don't think I've ever seen that one even.
Okay, that would make a beautiful something to wear around your
Kind
neck.
of, right?
With all the neutrals that you have, like a
I
white
just
blouse.
thought it was super pretty, so I thought, I'm going to get two of those. So I think I got in there right when she had updated her shop because I
Had lots to pick from.
wonder if it was an email or an Instagram post or something. There was
Yeah.
still lots. So if you're looking for this, that's a good place to go. You can get a really good selection. Christine has it's an amazing shop. And if you're out that way, you can make appointments to go like shop in person. She'll open up, I believe.
Nice.
I'm 99% sure that's correct.
That's always fun. And maybe
So
maybe
if
she
we're
got
ever out there, we'll have to do that.
Maybe she got a shipment of stock in stock just to get it off her hands. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
So we will miss Erin at the
will.
shows. Like it's such a beautiful
Hopefully
booth.
we'll still see her.
She did fiber,
Yeah,
the
her
fiber
booths were
lovers.
huge.
Yeah, her booth was beautiful.
There's certainly going to be a hole in the market for
Yes.
her aesthetic because it was really one of a kind.
I think it's unique, and that's why I did go in and buy a bunch of the yarn, because it's like, this is not something you see everywhere, and I just always loved it. So anyway, I'll have to start making myself some socks and stuff like that.
Right.
What is this?
Okay, so Frankie Gray is starting off the year with a mystery sock club. We're calling it sock club, but it's a mystery yarn club where we're going to show you an inspiration photo and some colors. So you're not going to go in blind, just in case there are some people who don't like the complete mystery.
Right.
But we're going to send an inspiration photo. So you can order a fingering or a DK, and with that comes 2 minis on both.
Ooh.
So a full skein and 2 minis, so you've got some yardage. And I'm going to show you the inspo for, it's going to be fun. It's going to be speckles. Hold on
That's cool.
Hold on to your socks. This is the first month's inspo.
I love that palette.
Right?
Yes.
We're starting off fun. It's going to be fun all year.
You're always fun.
Yeah.
You're going to keep up the fun.
And so it's going to ship mid-month. And mid-month till the end of the month is when we'll put up the next month. So, after
So not recurring. It's not like you're going to get charged every month. You have to go in and buy it every month.
We don't have that on there. Maybe we'll add it because some people like that. I do like the auto recurring because I have that with Freckled Whimsy.
I like it too.
But right now, I haven't figured it out. I'm sure it's just adding an app to the site so it can
Probably.
have that. But for the first month,
yes.
the Mystery Sock Club is live now on Frankie Gray Fibres and will ship mid-January.
That's exciting.
And we won't.
I'm so in for mystery
won't
clubs.
redo the colors until the whole club is completed.
And it's for the whole year. So you will not see that color till next year.
2026 is when you'll see those colors.
See?
Yeah.
I love that.
I think that's fun to have those colors exclusive for now.
I do too. I do too. I do too. And that's the same thing with this Gauge Dye Works. The pattern and the yarn aren't going to come back for a year.
Yeah.
So
we've never done that, but I kind of like that.
I really like it.
It gives some exclusivity to the club, and it's kind of fun for the people who participate that it's kind of an incentive too, ooh, I'd like to try it.
And I totally get it that some people are not mystery people, and that's fine. It will be out there. You'll see it. You don't have to join the mystery. It will be there eventually, right? It'll be coming eventually.
There eventually. And we'll show it the month after. We'll show the previous month so you can kind of get an idea, because maybe you don't want to start to begin with, but wait till you see the fun speckles.
Right.
You do fun speckles.
Yeah, you totally
Some will be
do.
softer. We're going to have, because Jordan dyes more pastel-y, kind of softer things, and me, it's very heavy-handed with the speckles.
That's really fun.
It is fun. So
okay, well, you guys, all you have to do is go to your Instagram and look on the shop too to see what you're probably in store, right? It's not like you're going to all of a sudden start dyeing differently.
No.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun and speckly and colorful.
Yay.
Is what we're after.
I don't know that I have any more knitting. I really am surprised how much I had to share for knitting, you guys.
We thought it would just be a sit and knit, you guys, actually.
Oh, people asked us questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a little, this was an Ask Me Anything that we put up on Instagram.
We did.
And so many people sent in questions, so thank you for that.
At the end, I'm going to have a half a dozen patterns I want to show you guys, but I want to be able to get to some of these Ask Us Anything.
Do you want to do them interspersed? A couple of questions and then a pattern?
Let's do that.
Because we have a system. We're not just willy-nilly. That's a big lie. We're totally willy-nilly.
And I have future knitting after the holidays. That
Okay. I love that color. Oh my God, I love that. Okay, ready.
Okay.
Here's a question.
From who? Oh, is it bad?
Is there a ginger person in your life you like? Do you have a favorite ginger? From Maddie 5045. No, there's no, but I don't have.
I was going to say I have a ginger daughter. That's Madison Brown.
Obviously, she's my favorite ginger.
That is so funny. My youngest daughter is a total ginger, you guys.
Well, that's who gave you the question.
I know, it's
so
hilarious.
That's hilarious that she joined in. Thanks, Maddie. It's you and Ed Sheeran for me. Okay, what's going on here?
We always tease. It's like when you see a ginger, you do a special wink or a handshake just to know. Like,
right, it's like the club.
It's like
I've always wanted to be in that club.
A ginger with blue eyes, like there's only it's like 3% of the world. Gingers are rare.
Are you going to Vogue Knitting Live this year?
Who's going to invite us? Because I can't go. I can't travel. Maybe.
No, the answer is no, because it's in like weeks.
What weekend
It's
is
before,
this?
it's in January sometime.
Listen, I go January 8th. If he gave me the go-ahead, I wouldn't say no. I probably would say no. No, not this year.
We say that every year. 1 year, yes. This year, I don't know. I don't have any plans. What have you done to get your whip over the finish line in a pinch without a proper needle?
Tell me that again.
If you've had something you're working on and you come up to, I think you don't have the proper needle. Have you ever come across something like that?
Give me a scenario.
She says she had to use a pen cartridge as a DPN to finish a hat for her son.
You go, girl.
I've never had to do that. But I have used like a paper clip for a cable needle.
I've used a circular needle with this as a DPN or a cable needle. Yeah, I've used a tip.
Okay.
But of course, you guys, listen, we're going to get it done no matter what. We're the MacGyvers of knitting.
Right.
We're gonna
nothing's going to stop me.
No.
Are you going to do a Christmas Eve cast on?
Good question.
Somebody said, what will your Christmas Eve cast on be this year? It's really interesting because I think Danny of Little Bobbins started that. And I've always loved that idea.
Should we do a Christmas Eve cast on, you guys?
Well, I have a vest to knit.
Okay.
And I'm in the middle of a pair of socks that I love, and I really want to finish them.
Okay.
So yes, I mean, I guess my next cast on is the Audrey vest. But Christmas Eve, I could see myself knitting the socks that I'm still on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hot flashes are so bad.
Are they?
I don't have anything in particular, but...
Like, what's your next project?
I'm going to tell you guys.
A cat hat?
Okay. No, keep going. I love these questions.
Okay. Maybe not an ask me anything type question, but I'd love Tracie to talk about her gauge swatches. I love them. And I have a lot of them. I don't know what you mean by that, but if there's something specific that you ever want to have a question about, I would love to tell you about it. I actually love swatching. I really look forward to that part of my project, and I would never skip it because it would really be a problem for me to not swatch and knit a whole project and have it fit in a way that didn't make me happy. I need a little bit more predictability. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I need to know that I'm even close to gauge.
I'm on team swatch because I was on team not swatch and it didn't turn out so well. And sweater knitting is a lot of time.
It is a lot of time.
And I don't want to do that again. I don't
and
want to have to throw away.
Swatching's not a lot of time.
No.
Like,
I don't want to have to throw away a cardigan again.
Usually what I do is I'll swatch either in the afternoon or evening and then wash it, put it on the counter, not worry about it till the next, and then the next day is cast on day.
Yeah.
So it's not like it takes a lot of time, but I do love, and it's not only just for the gauge, but like, am I going to like the fabric that this is going to make for this item, right? Is this what I'm envisioning? And if it's not, I'm going to have to go to a different yarn, right? I love that you love my swatches, or maybe you don't. I don't
keep
know.
my swatches too.
I do. I'll go in drawers and I find a bunch of them.
I
I should get them all together. It would be quite a pile, right? What is your favorite knit that you have made? Or what was a total disaster that you finished?
Oh, my cardigan I threw away and wool. I cannot believe I still
Why was that a disaster again, though? You just didn't like the pickup around.
And I think it was just me. I should have asked you, or I should have gotten support.
Is that your biggest disaster, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Who throws away yarn?
I know. Let's not go there. I think it's like rage texting. You should not throw out yarn when you're in that mood. Like, you should just put it away.
No.
And deal with it when you're a more level head. What's my biggest failure?
And that yellow, remember that drop shoulder I knit way too big of a size that in that color.
Limoncello?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I couldn't.
So, biggest failure.
Tracie doesn't have them.
No, that's not true. I'm just thinking, like, I do things that don't turn out the way I'm expecting.
The neckline.
Yeah, that was a failure but then so I did have a neckline on a Cozy Classic raglan that was too big, and then I cut it off, and then it was like unraveling short rows, and then I ended up embroidering little flowers over it. So it turned out to be okay, but it was so stressful, and I was so upset because I loved the sweater so much. You had given me the yarn for my birthday, and I felt like I wrecked it. And it took me days to get it to the point where I thought it looked all right. And then this embroidery, like, it is one of my favorite
You get
sweaters.
I remember you wearing it on the cruise, and so many people complimented you.
And it's so simple. It was just stripes and like the most basic embroidery daisies, but it is truly one of my favorites. And I learned such a lesson from it.
Yeah.
So is it a failure? Yes.
No.
I don't know. I don't look at things as, I'm trying to think. There's got to be, I don't know.
Maybe a better wording would be, is there a big error that happened in your knitting, and how did you rectify
That
it?
was really stressful, that whole neckline thing. And would I do it again? Absolutely. For sure I would cut off the neckband again.
Yeah.
But my tip for that is do it one stitch at a time. Like, I went around and picked up stitches and then cut and unraveled. And for some reason, I didn't end up getting the whole same row.
Yeah.
This time, I would just snip a stitch and then just pick up that one stitch and unravel and pick up the next as you're going around. It would make your life so much easier, and it's totally going to be great. I'm going to think about this question because it's not that there wasn't failures. It's just that I'm going to look in my closet and see.
But we as knitters spend so much time on these things, so when it becomes a failure, was it a total failure where it was a sweater that totally didn't fit because of gauge and you couldn't wear it and you had to frog it? Or in that case, like, it was a great big mistake, but it was a learning opportunity.
I'm actually okay with things that don't turn out because you really do learn something, and then that's like, oh, that's going to make my knitting greater in the future. My next time that I run into this, I've learned something.
Yeah.
And I like sharing that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I totally shit the bed. Like, look at this disaster. But, I learned something, and let's talk about that.
You know what Julia Roberts said on an interview? I think it was recently. She plays mahjong once a week with girlfriends.
I would love to learn how to do that.
Right?
Yes.
I've played mahjong online.
Have you?
Yes.
So you know how to play.
It's like well, no. But I'm not completely blind about what the game is. But if she's doing it, I feel like we should.
She's also a knitter. Why couldn't we just hang out and knit?
No, yeah.
Anyway, I love that question, and I would like to go through that again. Like, in the future, we'll do more on that. What's your favorite knit of all time?
It might be my sparkly blue sweater, just because I feel when you put it on, when you put something with sparkles on, you guys, it gives you this air of like, this is fucking awesome.
I know. I wore my yellow sparkle sweater to the drag queens.
Look at this. Did you?
Yes,
you did.
Of course.
Yeah.
Listen, when somebody says, what's your favorite knit of all time? I could easily say, it's not easy to pick because I love most things that I knit for lots of different reasons, but that yellow sparkle sweater
it's up
with
there.
The not fancy sparkles and it's just sock yarn. It's one of the things that comes to mind for me for sure. And I love it so much every time I put it on.
Yeah, it's good.
So I do like that. You guys have good questions. I love it. Do you have any 2025 craft goals? Knit more of something, quilting, or other crafts? And somebody else said, do you have another craft you would like to explore? So I feel like those are good ones that are intertwined.
I mean, I think I would love to take a spinning class or two just to learn about it. I don't know if I would continue. Like, I don't have aspirations to spin necessarily to knit an item, but I think I would like to know how.
Right.
Right? On a spinning wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
How about you?
Pottery for sure.
Oh.
Pottery.
And the
I
stain,
always wish I was a painter, like a watercolor. Like I'm not in any way.
how do you know? There are
But
people.
I think that's really beautiful too.
I don't know. You're creative. Maybe you are a painter.
I seriously doubt it. But I would definitely, like if somebody said, you have to sign up for a class today, it would be pottery.
I think it would be either pottery, stained glass, or learn to watercolor.
Glass blowing.
Yeah.
That's right up there. I like the stained glass idea too, but I love the idea of glass blowing.
Yeah.
Pottery's so fun. Somebody said, yay. How about, what's your favorite thing about each other? This is like pressure. I don't know how you pick one thing. I'm pretty great.
The favorite thing,
I don't know how you pick.
just the comfortability. That's not quite the right word. Comfortability. I'm not saying it right. Just having a partner where you know you're not going to be judged and you can just completely be yourself.
Total acceptance.
Total acceptance.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you fail,
Yeah.
they're going to pick you up.
Right.
If you have accomplishments, they're going to clap for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what, they're not going to try and stand in your sunshine.
Yeah.
They're going to let you be yourself 100%.
Totally agree. I couldn't agree more.
And
Jody's, yeah.
That's what makes this relationship so meaningful. And it's not only because we're sisters. It's like it's another level.
There's a whole level of respect. What's my favorite thing about you?
Funny.
You're very joyful. Like it's very rarely coming. To me, negativity is a big turnoff, right? So I feel like
Sure.
there's not very much of that at all coming from you.
Yeah.
Yes, you always make me laugh. You're full of love and positivity.
What else?
You often forget wearing your tooth. That brings me joy.
My God, I had to go to the 2-week checkup without it. I think I said that.
But I totally agree with you, Jodi. Like I feel like I can always say whatever's really on my mind. There's a level of respect. We would never take each other for granted.
Right, all of that.
Like, of course I respect you. I love being your cheerleader.
Yeah.
Like I truly love and appreciate you.
And it's also, if there's any sort of, I don't even want to say criticism, but like, it's coming from a place of love.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's such a great relationship. But
True.
if you ever cross me,
Dead to me.
dead. Yeah.
No, that's a very nice question. And I've got Cruffin all over my phone. Lemon curd for the win. That's a very nice favorite color. Seriously, what kind of question is that?
I'm loving all the hot pinks right now.
I don't have a favorite color. I used to say my favorite color is gray, and that's not true anymore.
Yeah.
I like a lot of colors for sure. I do like wearing things that bring like light, like this little bit of red. Very happy to put this on this morning.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel the same if it was gray. Like I'm loving little pops of color.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Okay. What
else?
type of item do you prefer to knit? Hats, socks, sweaters, shawls, cowls?
Yeah.
Yes?
Whatever I'm in the mood for. Right? Like I don't
Favorite item to
know.
knit?
I do love color work though. Just to watch it row by row, like the color, the whatever you're knitting, just to appear row by row.
Yeah.
I love color
I
work.
love color work too. And once you knit sweaters that fit you and you love to wear, I feel like it's really hard to not love knitting that. Like
Yeah.
that is probably my favorite thing to knit, but I also love the practicality. I love knitting socks and color work socks. Like I love
Yeah.
that. So, but if I had to pick, it would probably be like garment, sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a dream knit?
An all over color work sweater. That one that I showed you that I bought like 30. Coco fell off. Like 30 skeins.
The heck?
Remember that company I bought 30 skeins of yarn from?
Yeah. Gilead?
No. I've been
You list.
No. It's still coming. Remember I told you this is what happens when you're recovering in bed?
Oh, Holskarn.
I bought 30 skeins of it. I'm going to knit another stripy
That's
sweater.
going to be awesome.
Because that sweater that I showed you that all over with the little flower, that's what it was knit with.
Good. Finish the one you've got on your needles. I'm dying on that one you're knitting.
I'm not
right now.
casting anything on until my barn dance is done.
Right. Favorite holiday appetizer? I love a dip.
I love a baked brie with pecan and brown sugar.
Oh, yeah.
But give me a dip any day.
I love a dip.
Yeah.
I love shrimp cocktail.
I love olives. Charcuterie. I do like picking at a charcuterie board.
Georgia said pigs in a blanket.
Yep.
Anything with puff pastry and dips.
Compliments make a nice, Compliments brand frozen sausage rolls. They make a nice little sausage roll.
You know what? I'd like to make my own sausage rolls.
I know.
They're not hard.
No.
And I do like doing that kind of stuff, and that's not going to be hard. These were really, really fun questions. There's so many more. Would you consider another Alaska cruise? Absolutely.
It's in the works, you guys.
It's totally happening. Whose idea was it to start the podcast? We had a big meeting about it. Jodi said, we should do that. And I said, yeah, let's do that.
That was it. Those are like our meetings every time.
There you go. That's it. What's your favorite thing you've ever knit? You said your blue sparkle sweater. How do you plan a steek? Jodi's marshland cardigan. That was like a
fail.
No, like it was totally afterthought. But as far as planning a steek goes, I think you need to add a little panel of stitches that you know you're going to cut up. And make sure there's symmetry on either side of that.
I was going to say. Mine was off by a couple of rows. No one's really going to notice, but I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have to split the pattern so it's symmetrical.
Yeah.
But go for it. Listen, it's knitting. If your sweater falls apart, is it really the end of the world? It's a bummer, but no. I would like to encourage people, if they want to steek it.
I think so too. There are a few things to consider though when it's a cardigan, right? Because like you're going to have a button band, which gives you more like a like you have to plan for how you're going to wear it, not just cut up the sweater, but like the whole circumference. Maybe you're going to knit a little bit smaller because you're going to have these button bands that are going to now
like
be
between an inch and 2
part
inches.
of your circumference, right? So I don't think it's something complicated, and I think you should absolutely do it. But those are just little things, and I think maybe for your first time, get a pattern, buy a pattern that does that does the steek, and you're going to learn as you go. And then next time, go for it, or just go for it.
If there is a pattern that you have to knit but you want it steeked, I might suggest trying something like a cup cozy.
Yeah.
Just so you get the mechanics in a very small project, so you can get the mechanics and understand how it works, because there has to be a little bit of planning.
Something we learned. So we were just in November at the Knit Social Retreat on Bainbridge Island. We took a class from Andrea Mowry about steeking.
That was a great class.
We have both steeked before, and we came out of there going, oh,
see?
Light bulb. You guys, when you're doing your steek, we had a swatch of like DK or fingering or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But our yarn that we secured our steek with a crochet chain was lace weight.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that was nice. So it was the same. It was like woolly wool.
A DK or worsted swatch. Yeah.
Yeah. But this was like a thinner yarn to secure your, do your crochet chain. So like if it was a DK sweater, use a fingering weight yarn instead to do that crochet chain. And it almost disappears and it adds zero bulk. I just have always used the same yarn. And let me tell you, that was really nice.
Use a couple of weights down from the yarn you're using, and it was gone.
Yeah.
It was a great
awesome
tip.
And also, like using a yarn that's, I was going to say like a sock yarn, but you can, but anyway, it was really, really great. That was a great tip.
Would you knit a skirt? I don't wear skirts, but yes, you guys.
I've seen Ann Budd. I've taken a class with Ann Budd. Go see Ann Budd's skirt patterns. And she says, like, she did a big class workshop on it, and people love it. Yeah. And it fits great and looks cute, and you can modify it any way you want. She's got a bunch of skirt patterns. I think actually my favorite things knitwear just did
a skirt.
Yes, and it's kind of like bulkier, chunky, just a straight little.
I think that's cute. It's
adorable.
And Anne said the most common question she ever got was, "Doesn't it pooch out with your butt, like as you're sitting and stuff.
Right.
And the way Anne constructs it, and there's some ribbing involved, I think, on some of hers, she said it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And Laura Lee Beltman also had a gorgeous skirt and was wearing it, and it looked so good on her.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a pattern also. So check it out. How about last question? If you weren't so tied to Alberta with your family, where would you want to live?
Somewhere by water.
Yeah.
Absolutely by water. It can be the Pacific Northwest, where I'm still getting several seasons. It could be on a beach in the Caribbean.
I would not want to live in the Caribbean.
Well,
only because I do like 4 seasons. I would like to live somewhere with 4 seasons, at least 3. Like, I love the idea of living on Vancouver Island. I love the idea of living in a little cottage in Ireland or Scotland.
All of that. Yeah, you're right.
Something
Trace.
like that.
I say Caribbean because if Shane said, like, I have to move to the Caribbean for work.
Did he say that? Was that ever an option?
Never.
Listen, I'm going to go wherever my husband is, of course. And it happens if it's somewhere that, you know, you don't normally.
Hurricanes, yes, I know. So, yes, it would probably be like somewhere like Scotland or Ireland or UK somewhere, but by the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're very happy to be here with our family, but that's a really good question.
I love a cold, dreary, gray day.
Right.
Sometimes. So walking by the water on those days, I picture like a Springer Spaniel. Remember Tilly? No, that was her name, Tilly. Was it Tilly?
I know who you're talking about.
We followed her. She sent us a book.
Yeah.
We've watched. She was one of the ones I started watching. She had a podcast.
Was that her name?
Something like that.
Worst memory.
Anyway, she was lovely. And she had 2 Springer Spaniels that she had written the book, I believe, was about her Springer Spaniels. Anyway.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love those memories.
I've got a few patterns to show before we say
show us some patterns
before we say goodbye.
Because I have to get to the mall. No, I'm not going to the mall. Tilly Trout.
That's
yes.
Thank you. She was lovely. I wonder if she still podcasts or anything.
I don't know.
I loved her. I'm just going to bring up.
I'm not going to the mall, but I am going shopping. Just a little bit.
This is a sock. It's
got
a mantra: knit, eat, sleep, repeat. And one sock has 2 words, the other sock has the other. But look at this.
That's really adorable.
With the little loafers, look how she styled it.
I actually love the black and white there, and I love the loafers and the short pants. That's super cute.
I just thought that was super cute. Okay, so there's one. I saved a whole bunch. These, stunning.
Wow.
I went through and I was searching in patterns, and then I refined my search to new patterns to Ravelry. And so these are all brand new patterns, but this.
Jodi, that's amazing.
It's the Polaris sock, you guys. I thought it was spectacular. Little bit of color work. You guys, look at that. Little cable on top with the color work behind. That's stunning. Okay, the next one, these mittens were super beautiful. They're a fingerless mitt.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And the motif is just beautiful. It's a big snowflake, so when you put your palms together and the back of your mitt together,
that's really beautiful.
It makes the full snowflake.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
Right? Great for those one skeins of colorful yarn that we have.
This is amazing. Is that crochet?
No, it's knit.
Oh my gosh.
How cute is that?
Who's the designer there? Shino Craft.
Shino Craft.
That's again something that would be like, you could use any weight of yarn, make little trees,
These
big trees.
I thought were fun. This is by the Kiwi Lodge Kylie. Really fun, all over color work shorty socks for the holidays. Some poinsettias, some trees. I thought those were really fun.
That is beautiful.
I just had so much fun, you guys.
Look at the teapot thing. What's that?
Wait for that. This, I thought, you guys, was an amazing staple. It's lace and DK. It's a worsted weight yarn, but I thought the details were so nice.
Okay, that's pretty.
It's a basic staple piece for your wardrobe, but I thought some of the extra details were just beautiful. It has a couple of bands of garter stitch there, and it's got the wide ribbing. It's got a little bit of garter stitch here, And
I
same,
love those little details.
it mirrors it down there on the bottom. I thought that was really beautiful.
The color's awesome.
Yeah. I think
What
it's
yarn
like a
is that?
4x4 rib. Zakami.
Okay, so it's Surrey fluff, and so it's a Surrey alpaca held with something.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, this is really fun. I just stumbled across her. This is a teapot cozy, but we'll go into her and show you guys. It's a radish. Susan
Oh, I get it.
Susan Cowper, but it's a radish tea cozy.
I've knit a tea cozy, you guys.
They work.
And then we felted it. I still have it in my drawer. It's a really great thing. I mean, wool is going to keep your tea insulated and warm.
Guys, she has so many tea cozies. Look at this granny.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this.
How cute.
This is a tea cozy.
Oh my gosh, that's quite a project.
Right?
Wow.
She had some really fun cozies.
That radish is adorable.
This I thought was really pretty. I thought the lines of this was gorgeous. Not everyone's in the summer months or the winter months. There
True.
are our southern friends.
Oh, it was a turnip, Star says.
Oh, sorry, turnip. This is knit with sport weight yarn.
Oh, wow.
But look at how pretty that is.
That looks great.
It's a really pretty linen top. But I thought the little ties at the shoulders were really cute. The lines that she's kept from the top to the bottom, I just think
I
that's
love that texture. That's
so
really beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, I just have a couple more. This was gorgeous. Speaking of the smaller items that we're wearing around our neck right now, this was knit in DK, but I think
cute.
I think it's a really fluffy DK, maybe
27 stitches.
it's Angora. She knit with Angora.
Oh.
It's kind of
Hi,
like
kitty.
a hood slash scarf.
It's a hood and a scarf kind of all together.
Don't you think that's beautiful?
That would be incredible. I could have used that yesterday.
I know it was.
It was
awful.
so windy and blowing yesterday.
I wore a big cowl.
So there's the hood is a thing now.
The hood-
Petite knit just came
You
out with
guys,
a
you
hood.
won't believe that's what my dream knitting is, and I'm going to show you a couple of patterns that I found. But I'll show you ultimately the one we ended up picking. So this was really fun. This is by Yarn Create Repeat. It's called the Minimal Christmas Sweater. She's done a little duplicate stitch.
That's so cute.
It's worsted weight. It's 18 stitches, just with a little tiny Christmas tree. Duplicate stitch. I think I didn't read the pattern, but I'm guessing that's duplicate stitch.
That is really
I'm the worst.
cute.
Do you think it's duplicate stitch?
Well,
It's a free pattern, you guys.
other color work, she says.
Embroidery.
Christmas trees.
It's
Yeah.
made from embroidery.
From duplicate stitch embroidery, it says. Perfect.
But-
That's easy. We can all do that.
Isn't that cute? It's just a
Yes.
little-
You
Okay.
might even have a sweater right now that's made and done, and you can just do that. Like, or maybe you want to buy the pattern and just go for the whole thing.
Did we show this last time?
I don't remember. It's beautiful.
This is by Maxim Cyr, who is one half of Les Garçons, but he's such a beautiful designer, you guys.
That's a really nice-
This is knit with one strand of spin cycle and one strand of Walcott yarns, their own fluff. They have their own yarn. But
It looks super soft.
I just think it's beautiful. What's it called? Oh, Fisherman's Cow, right. But I think that's so pretty. And it's knit, so he's looped it around twice.
That would be super cozy.
Wouldn't that be?
That would have been a great gift. I mean, you don't have to have everything ready
See?
for.
Right.
That would be a nice thing.
We've got a couple of birthdays in January. Okay, speaking of hoods, I had a request from my daughter of hoods. Now, I'm going to show you 3 hoods that I came across that I could knit any one of them, and they're amazing. The first one is called the Nikita hood, and it's by Ekaterina Filipova Blanchard. It's DK, but it's ribbed.
Did Jordan pick that one?
Not this one.
No.
This,
That's super cozy. It's like a dickie and a hood.
right.
So you're really cozy.
A hooky.
It actually looks really cute too when it's your coat is on and then the hood is kind of just off and hanging off the back of your coat. Like that's
Yeah.
really, really cute.
Okay.
That's very nice.
The other one that we came across, it was called my Jose hood, Joe's hood. I'm sure I'm
Oh, I
butchering
think
that.
this is the one I saw that was. Oh, I love
It's
that.
knit with Aran weight yarn. It's beautiful. But look, it's like garter stitch. It's got a little channel of a folded rib around so you can have like an icord bow.
drawstring.
But look how cute this is.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Okay, and this last one is the one that she ultimately chose. It's called the Harris Hood, and it's knit with DK and lace weight. So I'm going to knit it with, I'll show you what I'm going to knit it with. It's Cheryl Macari. Anyway.
Coco Amour knitwear.
The Harris.
Okay, so that's really neat.
I like the lines, you guys, on the hood at the top where you're picking up stitches. I don't know how this is constructed yet, but I think it's so cute. Look how cute it looks when it's just back.
Very, very
Kind of
cute.
just looks like a cowl.
Yeah.
But it's a hood.
Yeah.
Right?
That's really cool.
So that's going to be the one I knit. And she's chosen Frankie Gray's stone color.
I love this
with majestic fluff. It's a real neutral.
But
right?
it's a warm taupey.
neutral.
It's so pretty.
Yeah. It's taupe's baby brother.
It's really beautiful.
It's really soft. So that's hood. Lots of hoods out right now, you guys. And you said Petite Knit has a hood.
It's actually the Sophie hood. Is it? It's another one of the Sophie shawl things. So it's all garter stitch and...
Actually,
but it's got like a scarfy thing that I think it's... I forget already.
This pattern by More Knits, this South Side sweater that we talked about, it's her very first pattern.
Oh, no way.
Wasn't that a good one? Right out of the gate?
It's a really good one. Yes. So this is the Sophie, right? Yeah, it's the Sophie hood. And it's like if a Sophie scarf kind of had a baby. See, you can wear it off. You can wear it off like that, but it's got that 3D pouch of also being a hood. Very nice.
I love that.
Very
I love
nice.
that little hood moments.
I could see myself wearing that because I do love the wrapped around your neck too.
Yeah. So this last
all
one
nice
I'm going to show you is a free
oh, that's what it
pattern.
looks like.
Oh, that's cute. Similar to that green one I showed.
Yeah.
Where you guys just wear that as a cowl, but then when you need it, you could fold the hood type kind of down, and then when you need it, you've got it. This one, I don't know how to pronounce, you guys. It's DK. It's a free pattern. It just came out.
Oh.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, wow. That love the top version.
though. That's different.
Yeah, I don't know how that's working. Maybe you get charts and you get to pick.
Anyway, I thought this was pretty.
Pink combo is so joyful.
DK yarn. Yeah, that's what caught my eye. Anyway. So
what are your plans today?
My plans today is I got the straps yesterday for our breast cancer.
Oh, so shipping.
Anybody who was looking for just the strap or just the bag,
it literally just arrived.
It'll go today,
last night.
and I'm anticipating the yarn tomorrow. So
good.
Everything will ship through the next 3 days.
Goodness.
Anyone waiting on our kit will be put together and go out the door by Sunday.
It has been a crazy thing with this postal strike and things getting stuck, and
we appreciate your patience,
totally.
you guys. Especially because it was that amazing support we had for the breast cancer.
Yes.
We had a little bit of delay from our artisans in Ukraine because it takes so much work together all these beautiful items. So that was a pre-order, and then the yarn.
Yeah.
The day she shipped it, you guys, the yarn was in Canada Post strike. I've had the bags for 2 weeks now.
Right.
And then the straps arrived. Anyway, it's finally coming to an end, and everybody will get their stuff.
on the way, right? Yeah, that's great. Well, good. And then, I feel like it's going to be a nice few days. Oh, that's so pretty.
But don't we love, this is the hottest pink.
And there's your, that's your vest combo.
Yeah. The hottest pink. And then on the vine.
And it would be so cute with that hood to do the icord in a hot color.
Oh, yes, it would.
Wouldn't that be cute?
Yeah. She's not like that.
I know, but it would be so cute.
Yeah. She's like very soft in the colors that she picks with that stuff.
I was telling Jordan, the other half of Frankie Gray Fibres and Jodi's daughter, how much I loved certain colors that they dye. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, yeah, no, that's not my favorite. I don't like that one. And I was like, oh, I was aghast because they were like I was like, don't ever change it. It's so
The
perfect.
citron and the ochre and the lemony limey, she hates those colors.
Yeah, not everybody's into yellow and stuff like that, right?
That's funny.
But, guys, thank you for joining us today.
You guys, we said we would answer some questions on here. We never did.
Yeah, we
just
did.
answered. No, but we didn't answer questions from people in the feed today.
Well, did you see any that you wanted to ask?
I wasn't. I'm sorry. I really wasn't paying attention. Let's start again.
Oh, I'm so happy to wear my Grinch shirt for the first day. I got like a big slouchy size to wear with like leggings and stuff.
I love
that.
that.
My favorite. Yay, Target.
I have to go to Sephora. Shane's
I
going to
did
take
that.
me.
I did that yesterday.
It's a fortune.
Yeah.
Try having,
But it's really fun because
try having 3.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Anyway.
Are you just going to go to the one in the West End? I was over on
Yes.
I went to Southgate and it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
I like the one in the West End. Yes, Kim, let's start over. Oh, Kim,
Kim.
you're late. Where were you this morning? Kim's usually here in the morning. Thank you, Judy. We hope you have a wonderful...
This will be our last
Next 2
video
weeks.
of
Hi,
2024. 2024. We're going to take a little bit of time off. Come back to
What?
you guys in the new year.
We're here next week.
I want a damn break. No.
What's next Thursday?
No, we are going to take a little bit of a break because
Boxing Day? No, I'm just kidding.
we're not coming on Boxing Day. I'm unavailable. But it will be really nice to have some family time.
We'll be back January 2nd.
Is that a Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
We're taking a 2-week break.
Yes. Well, it's actually the normal. We
Yes.
normally every 2
Always.
weeks.
Yeah.
The every week thing has been awesome, but it's not the normal. And it
No.
is not sustainable. We've tried that before.
I mean, I've been liking being it every week. We can do it under 2 hours.
Jodi, what is wrong with you? I need to get shit done.
No, but this is season where you're getting one every week.
I mean, I do love it. But at the same time, you have your stuff that you got to get done too, right? If I had a little elf doing my jobs in the background while I was here eating Cruffins and chocolates, that would be the ideal situation.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so funny, you guys.
Older,
thank you for
younger,
we just
smarter,
can't thank you enough. No, not
funnier,
even.
wiser.
Likes to plan things live on the internet. Let's do this. Let's make promises.
We are planning some fun stuff for our February birthday celebration.
We are. We're going to be Grocery Girls. Will be 9.
9.
That's wild.
Yeah. So our birthday month is February, so we like to have some fun things happen that month.
Yeah. Big fun things are coming your way, which is great.
Sandy votes every week.
Does she? Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. You guys, I love our Thursday knitting circle. I even knit today.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
No, it was great. I love coming.
Yeah.
And sharing my stuff with you guys,
Yeah.
of course. And we just can't thank you guys enough for being here, listening to our whatever all year long. It's really, it means so much to both of us. So we hope you have a peaceful couple of weeks and
Give yourself grace.
put your feet up, watch a good movie.
Yeah.
Get all cozy. Cast on something new.
Love you, Vinny.
Cast on a whole bunch of new things if that's what
Yes.
makes you happy. Who cares if you finish them? Just cast on.
Cast
Make
on.
some fun plans.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you, Star.
Thank-
Thank you.
Thank you, Star. Thank you, BJ.
Now that
Our friend BJ. We're sending both of you guys so much love. Thank you for all your support all year long. We are just so grateful. And there's our friend, all of you guys. It's amazing to see so many familiar names and faces that we actually know and friends that we have yet to meet pop up here every week. So
we're having so much fun thinking about 2024 and what an amazing year we've had.
Yeah.
And we're grateful that you guys come out every week and watch our podcast every week. And
we're doing lots of traveling in 2025. It's
Yeah.
our favorite thing to come meet you.
Yeah.
Maybe closer to where you live. So maybe that's in the cards for us next year. We would love that. It's gonna be wonderful. It's really, really crazy that the year's over already. I feel like time flies by.
wishing you the most joy over the next 2 weeks and a very, very happy new year. great start to 2025. I think it's going to be a really good year.
Yeah, it will be. We'll
Yeah.
see you very soon and have the best time.
Mwah.
And we love you.
Do that with me.
Mwah. You guys are the best.
Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you so much for being here.